Hello, and welcome to Chapter 14 of Curse of Strahd. Uh.
Damn it! Kelly!
Those of you who are watching now didn't miss you missed the 10 minutes of outtakes that precluded that. So, hello and welcome to Curse of Strahd Chapter 14. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, and tonight joining me are my players who are enjoying their time in, sunny Barovia. Why don't we go ahead and introduce them in reverse order this time? Hello, Michael.
It's never sunny in Barovia. Hi, everyone. I'm Zan. Whatever. There's no point in going on. This sucks.
I mean, is that in character?
No.
Oh.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael. I'm playing Zan, the Plan, the guy who never gets a tan because it's always eating spam or something in the sand. I don't know. I just work here.
You just work here. Hello, Neil.
Hi, I'm Neil, and I'm playing Brother Constantius Carus. It may not be sunny, but it is always warm when you stand in the light of Brig.
Oh, especially just standing at a fireplace the whole time. I am not leaving here until someone gets me a Fanta. Space. It's my safe space. Hiding in the hearth. Hello, Amy.
So, I just want to say that I have my quotes from last game in front of me, and one of them is, "Dear Fire, is okay to use this."
It's consent is key.
Courtesy of Brother Karis. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm playing Xaste the half-elf paladin of Vengeance.
What are you avenging?
I'm venging.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to assume. All right, and hello, Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine. I'm playing... Oh my god, okay. Illikin Dawncaller Vaimelaga. I screwed up when I picked a Goliath. They have long names.
You picked it.
And she is a barbarian Goliath who just wrecks everybody's shit.
It's true. And
including all the direwolves she comes up against.
That is absolutely...
And then wears their bodies.
Wears their bodies?
Not their pelts, not their hide, their bodies. Their
Does anybody...
I mean, I assume she probably left, like, part of, like, the head on, like, like those sort of slick skull cap ones. Like, there's got to be a skull on her shoulder or something. I'm
just remembering that isn't Dawncaller, like, furry right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dawncollar's a furry.
What happened?
Mm-hmm. All right. So, last time on Curse of Strahd, it's been a month because we took last game off for... Oh, Christine's birthday. That's right. That's what it was. We took your birthday off. Happy birthday. So we took a little bit of time off, and now we are back. So what happened last session is that while exploring Barovia, the characters returned from rescuing a bunch of children from a pack of ravenous werewolves in the mountains. When they came back, they brought the children to a wizard's tower that some of them had been holing up in. At the wizard's tower, they realized that there was an arcane artifact stored in it, retrieved it, which unfortunately brought down the entire thing. Everybody survived, thankfully, and the characters traveled back to Vallaki. While on their way back, they rescued a young girl from being drowned in a sack in the lake by an idiot who thought that it would bring fish to him. Brought her back home to her people among the Vastanti travelers, and made good friends with her father and good enemies with her uncle. In doing so, they acquired another one of these magic items. So right now you have the holy symbol of Ravenloft, or Ravenkind, and you have the... What's the other one? You guys have two things. Oh, you have Strahd's journal, which you hid in the rubble again, if I'm not mistaken. Or you did something with it.
Didn't we bury it somewhere?
Yeah, you buried it in the rubble of the castle or somewhere nearby. Or
right, because we found it there, read it, then reburied it somewhere.
Yeah.
Did we take a couple pages out? I vaguely remember doing that.
You did rip a couple pages out to recite to him and make him freak out.
Yep. Yes, right. Yep. Yes. Good.
Ooh, like he needed any more inspiration to kill us.
I mean...
You know
what? Whatever happens, happens.
All right, so you all traveled back to the village of Vallaki, where it was soon to be the Festival of the Blazing Sun. You brought the children to the Blue Water Inn, gave a significant amount of gold that you had received from the Vistani to house them and to keep them and potentially raise them as were-ravens, as far as you know. But hey, were-ravens are better than dead. And that is where we ended game last session. So, does anybody have any questions before we begin? All right.
I think so. I've reviewed my sheets to remind myself of what I can do. It's been a little while.
That's fair.
And I think I passed both of my roles for being a functional person.
Did your character too, or just you?
No, my character. I haven't, personally.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even have that check, so I don't know what feat you took.
Everyone finished leveling to 6?
Everyone is level 6 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
There,
yes.
That answers the person in the chat right now, actually. So that's good. Hello, the Iceman cometh.
And I don't think we've slept yet, so I'm still low on spells.
You are still low on spells.
Yes.
You know what I'm low on right now, though? Dice.
What?
I knew there was something I forgot to grab.
Dice!
Well, Twitch chat,
there we go.
It's just you and us for now.
Sorry, they were just in the closet behind me. Okay. Like Strahd. No. There was this whole... You check the outtakes.
You missed it.
Check the outtakes. It's worth it. All right. The door shuts, and inside of the Blue Water Inn, you are left to yourselves. The children are making themselves comfortable in the room that you formerly stayed in, and you know that there are several things that you have to do in town. One of which is a late afternoon meeting with Lady Fiona Wachter and Vasili Von Holst. The other is that one of you wishes to return a book to the House of the Burgenmeister.
Yeah.
Both of these things can be done, so you can do them. My only suggestion, out of character real quick, is that stay together.
Yeah, we discussed it last time, and I was gonna do the book thing later, after the whole meeting. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, we also threw a whole bunch of gold at
Yes, you did.
Is it Irwin? Yeah.
Yes, to the head of the Blue Water Inn, and
yes. To look after the children we've now dumped on them.
I mean, you did dump a lot of gold. Like, you dumped like thousands of gold on them. You dumped hundreds and hundreds of gold. I know that much for sure.
A few hundred gold, yes.
All right.
We were very generous.
Yes, so that was Erwin Mardikov that you dumped them on. So, as you head downstairs, you can see that there are the dregs of the lunchtime eaters inside of the Blue Water Inn. People eye you suspiciously as they spoon their soup down their throats and drink the stale beer. Watered down for sure. But now, many of them also drink happily the wine that you made sure made it to Vallaki. As you step outside, it's not raining for once, but it's damned overcast. It's past second bell, and you can already hear crickets beginning to stir in the dimness of the overcast day. What do you do?
Well, were they going to send us a carriage, or were we just going to try and figure out how to get there? To the Wachterhouse.
The Wachterhouse?
Yeah.
You can probably figure out. You could also ask directions inside of the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah.
They're friendly, so you might as well.
I just couldn't remember if they were planning on picking us up or what the situation was there.
They just said that they would they would meet the day of the festival, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so then we can probably just walk over there then. It's not that far, is it?
It's not. It's a small village. Take you probably about 5 minutes to walk across town.
Sure.
Okay. Are any of you doing anything as you walk across town?
Dawncaller will just look around, kind of what's changed.
Can
Anything
you
weird?
make me a charisma roll, please?
Sure. 10.
People avoid you. Now, just to remind you all of what you look like, Brother Karas, you are rather pale. And so far, that seems to be the whole of it. Dawncaller, you are an immense Goliath with hair sprouting out of your cheeks.
Literally everywhere.
Everywhere. Your hands are long and feral, with claws of about an inch long at the tip of them. Xaste, you are quite pale as well for an elf. And what was the... Oh, the other one's invisible, so that's fine. And then Zan, you are a perfectly average, if somewhat malnourished, human male. So, you know, congratulations, you're a rock star. People are actively avoiding Dawncaller as she walks through the street. She is definitely the most freakish thing they've seen inside of the city limits in a little while, with the exception of the chief constable / thug for hire, Isaac. As you're moving through town, you can hear the sound of a hammer and nails beating in the distance, the sound of people gathering in the square and preparing for the night's festival. They're working fast. As you head across, we're going to switch to roll 20 real quick. And you will find yourself outside of the front doors of the Wachterhouse. You should have access to all of your character tokens. There we go. I'm just going to reveal some more of the map for you real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so everybody just give yourself a quick move around, just so that I know you can.
I did.
Okay, sounds good. And one minor detail, and that is Esmeralda is staying back, and so is ya boy. Okay.
Sure.
So, one moment while we get to the Wachterhouse. Because there's no way I can memorize this entire damn book.
Oh, really?
Alright. As you approach, you see a looming estate in front of you, taking up an inordinate amount of real estate in the village, comparing to the other houses around it. The house seems disgusted with itself. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables. And moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice actually groan. Only then do you realize the extent that the house hates what has become. This house was probably once belonged to someone, well, to a family of value, but now it appears very fallen. What do you do?
Well, we're expected, right?
You are expected, yes.
And she'll look at the others and take a step forward. And if there's their doorbell? Knocker?
There is a knocker, yes. A large gargoyle knocker set in brass.
Knock, knock, knock.
A few moments later, you will hear the sound of hard-soled shoes approaching. A servant opens a small window cut into the door at eye height. Your business?
You were invited.
Names, please.
Xaste and Mora. This is Brother Karas, Zan, and Dawncaller. And did the other ones? Did they stay behind, or
They
are they
stayed behind. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just them.
Right.
We were invited by Vasili Von Holst.
Just, oh, you're guests of Monsieur Von Holst.
Mm.
Yes, you have been expected. One moment, please. With that, he slides the little door shut, and you'll hear a series of locks click on the other side. And he will open the door for you and let you in. He leads you immediately through the front door, which you'll notice is reinforced with bronze bands. The front door opens into a narrow vestibule. 3 stained glass doors and wooden frames lead from it. Oop, there we go. Mm-hmm. Directly in front is a wooden staircase that leads up to a balcony. At the foot of the stairs is a landing with 3, stained glass doors. So, takes you there, and then you guys are going to be led to J4. Sorry, guys, just got to double check a map.
I'm sorry, I keep yawning.
Stop it.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Is that? It's I. There we go. Okay. Boop. There we go. Okay. The man will lead you inside, taking you over and into the room on the left.
This one?
Yes. And I will describe it in just one sec. I just want to pop in a couple of placeholders for the NPCs. So we will say that this is Lady Watcher, and we will say that Vasili is... Vasili is... Come on, give me like a dude that's halfway decent looking. Like the only good-looking guy I have in this bundle is Strahd, and I don't want to... Okay, I'm just going to use a random dude that isn't quite accurate, but...
Just some guy.
Just some guy, yeah.
Just some guy.
Right.
Didn't know he was going to be in the middle of a vampire intrigue. Feels bad, bro.
It's not the best. Okay, there we go. So, there we go. Alright, so as you enter, you will see that Lady Watcher is sitting at a small parlor area. Now, this area itself, you'll open into the dining room immediately, which is an ornate dining table that stretches the length of the room, a crystal chandelier hanging above it imperiously. The silverware is tarnished, the dishes chipped, yet all are still quite elegant. 8 chairs, their backs adorned with sculpted elk horns, surround the table. Arched windows made of latticework, iron, and glass look out onto a small fog-swept estate. 3 elegant couches to the north surround an oval table made of black glass. All are set in front of a blazing hearth that is roaring even now, this time of day, immediately warming your bones as you enter the room from the dreary dampness of outside. Brother Karas, you probably find this even more encouraging, seeing that Brig's light glows and fills the room with warmth. Above the hearth hangs the portrait of a smirking nobleman, sporting a broken nose and a tangle of hair graying at the temples. Several smaller portraits hang on the north wall. As you look at his portrait, he looks vaguely familiar. You can't quite place him, but he does look familiar. As you enter, you see that Vasili Von Holst, a young, attractive human in his mid-30s probably, with long black hair pulled back into an aristocrat's ponytail, is sitting and conversing over tea. Fiona Witcher says, rising and smoothing down her dress. the guests have arrived. Excellent. It is good to have you here. Please, remind me of your names.
Of course. I'm Xaste and Mora. I'm traveling with Brother Karas, Zan, and Don Collar.
Brother Karas.
Mm-hmm.
Of which faith do you belong, good sir?
Of a faith that is not widely known in this land, but is one of heat and light,
Then you
of the worship of Brig.
most welcome. Are you a powerful priest?
There are many kinds of power. And I like cock an eyebrow.
Are your skills at raising the dead known? I imagine that they brought you some fame in this land, if so.
Brig does not raise the dead.
Well, Monsieur Von Holst was explaining your willingness to help the population of Vallaki liberate itself from... I believe the words were... How was it, Vasili? Gross incompetence. He smiles broadly. Stands up and bows deeply. Right. It is a pleasure to see you both. Please, take off your coats and relax. If I do not mean to overstep my bounds, ma'am. Oh, no, it is quite all right. Actually, and she'll reach onto the table and pick up a small silver bell, which she will ding, 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 jingle. Suddenly, a bustle of energy will explode out of the door to the west, and 3 servants carrying full trays laden with smoking meats, fruits, vegetables, sauces, gravies, and fresh baked bread will emerge into the room, setting a sumptuous feast around the table. Please, a seat. And we shall talk in comfort.
Of course.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'll pull out a chair.
Christine, do you have access to your fig?
Yep.
Okay. Because you're still outside.
Yeah, I just hadn't gotten around to moving it yet. I was waiting for you to finish describing.
Okay.
Shouldn't sit at the head.
He'll sit next to her. Why not? Okay. The food is laid out in front of you, and it does smell good, but perhaps a little under-seasoned in places. I imagine that certain types of... Beyond rosemary and garlic, a lot of spices aren't exactly easy to grow in Barovia. However, the house did have a small stockpile of wine set aside, and it is served out to you. The beef in the center of the table was also braised in it. And there is a thick, rich hunter stew that has kind of congealed around the base of the meat and has also been whipped out into gravy.
Nice.
It's making me hungry.
As well, you will also be served a bowl of... Zan, you've definitely had this before, as is Brother Karas, but the other two of you, it's a little too human for your tastes. Doesn't mean you might not like it, but you wouldn't have had it growing up. And this is a purplish black soup topped with a dollop of cream that's gone slightly sour. You both can smell the sweet yet savory scent of a slightly vinegary borscht.
Served hot or cold?
This would be served cold. Because they have the way to do that. How do you prefer it, Neil?
Me or Brother Cars? Neil prefers hot borscht, but Neil also accepts that there are multiple ways to prepare borscht and isn't prepared to fight about it right now.
I just picked cold because it sounded fancier for this bullshit. I'm not a huge fan of borscht in real life, so. But let's be honest. I didn't grow up with borscht, dude. I grew up with like Campbell's soup. But like in this type of setting, borscht should be one of their staples, right? Like what grows in Barovia? Turnips and pain.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, can I get a second helping of the pain, please?
I think.
No, don't roll for that. Never
Are
mind.
you looking for the bread?
No, I think he was looking for the New World Order.
No bread.
Oh.
All right, the New World bread order. All right. Anyway, as you sit around the table, the food is delicious, and you find yourselves nourished again. Are any of you down hit points right now?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay. Well, if you'd like
Not
to,
presently.
would you like to spend a short rest?
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. So go ahead, and what you will have is, because of the comfort of this meal and the nourishment you have on a well, consider all of your dice to have advantage. I know that's not normally something that happens with hit dice, but just roll twice, take the better.
Sounds good. Now I'm trying to do mental math.
You can probably just heal to full. I don't really care that much. You guys are having a meal. I'm also not being very generous with long rests, so.
True. I'm trying to decide which dice to use, and I'm very tempted to use my blood rune dice.
You should use the blood rune dice as...
That sounds really fitting.
I like that they just kind of look like ice cream.
Which ones?
The blood runes.
Do they?
Yeah. Or these are... No, sorry, these are blot.
Yeah.
The
Well,
blot.
blood runes are like the ones with little flecks of black and red in them.
Yeah, those are still in my bag over there.
That's
So
already.
for those of you curious, we did a big Kickstarter backer this year. In fact, everybody but Christine in this group did it. Of these Nordic dice, and they're like super dope. From these guys called Lindnorm Dice. We're not sponsored, but we just really like their.
We just really like their dice.
And then like a new Kickstarter dropped the day all of our dice came in, because it took them like 2 years to get them done because of like because everything in the world, and they dropped a new Kickstarter, and then 4 people bought 24 sets of dice from our group, and I'm like, guys, if you guys want to be sponsored on a channel, like give us some free dice, we'll be happy to, but we're doing it for free, so there goes that. I'm good at business.
Do it for free.
Oh, whatever, I like their dice.
Continue to pitch it.
I like their dice. Actually, if you guys want to go back them right now, if you can get them to 2 million Swedish kroner, then we get more dice for free. Everybody gets more dice for free. They're not
More
gonna...
dice.
More dice.
More dice.
Anyway.
All the dice.
All the dice.
All right. Anyway.
All the dice.
Sounds like a new goblin god.
New dice.
Oh, like Keepicus?
Yeah, but it'd be like dicey dice.
All the dice. Dice.
Dice.
It's fine. I'm fine.
So I've heard that you are interested in helping remove this problem.
Potentially, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of tyrants and idiots in power.
I suggest that you start by killing Isaac Strazni. The Baron's henchman will cause you the most trouble, especially if he appears at the festival. I hear that he doesn't like you.
We may have gotten off on the wrong foot.
If you can kill him, I believe that I have enough followers to take the city from the Burgomaster. Given your deeds, I imagine that that would be quite easy for you. I've heard that you're powerful enough that Strahd von Zarovich himself has taken notice of you. All of you immediately will tense upon hearing the name. It's the first time that a Barovian has said the name in days around you. And yet she says it casually.
Interesting.
Is she eating the food?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Very, very daintily, and she's picking at it, but you do see her chew and swallow.
Oh, good.
Okay.
In fact,
good.
there is even a little bit of asparagus between her teeth as she is saying this to you. If you look closely, as you probably are, magnifying your vision into her canines, and you'll see this bit of green that just won't go away every time she thinks she said something clever.
I don't mention it because I'm a nice person, but it does bother me.
Does it bother you more or less than vampire fangs?
More, probably.
Yeah.
At least with vampire fangs, you know
honest.
what you're dealing with. And it's a little easier to be...
You're dealing with asparagus. It's pretty obvious. All right.
Be that as it may, regardless of what you've heard, this Strazni, when last we encountered him, he was always enmeshed among the people, always enmeshed among his people, never alone, never anywhere vulnerable. Now you say to remove him before the festival. If we are to do this, we must be able to find him, ideally in a place where he is not surrounded by the Baron's own men.
And in a very short amount of time, given the festival is happening, what, today?
Well, there are some things that you should be aware of. First, the festival is being postponed until tomorrow evening.
Oh.
The wine delivery did not come soon enough. And I've put some pressure on to postpone it to a better night. A bad storm will be coming in. Some who follow me, I have suggested to the Burgomaster, that tomorrow would be more advantageous from a religious context as well, given that it coincides with a holy day to Saint Markov. It's fairly easy, especially with Vasili's help. You're too kind.
How did you manage that?
I'm very persuasive. And I know people who are even more persuasive than me, usually of the feminine persuasion.
I see. I think.
Well, it is difficult to imagine one more persuasive than Von Holst here. This does not remove the issue of securing Isaac in a situation which he can be dealt with. Unless the festival delay also ensures this.
It will make things a bit easier. I had him followed by an agent. I know that he has commissioned a new piece from Blinsky that he is supposed to pick up today around close.
Right.
If I understand correctly, you had an encounter with him, and that he is not as a history, does not have a history of treating Mr. Blinsky well. Is this correct?
I mean, what we saw seemed to be.
I suppose even if Blinsky agrees, my concern with this is that should things escalate, we will be fighting in the streets. And is that how we truly want to appear?
You could wait. You could wait until the festival. At any given time, Vallaki has 24 guards. half are on duty at a time. For the festival, we'll be closer to 20. 4 in reserve for the morning. I can't say who, they have not drawn lots yet. The men will be tired. They will be overdrawn. And they shouldn't be much of a problem. If you can take care of Isaac first. Perhaps you could convince Blinsky to bring Isaac into a back room. Separate yourself from the street with some doors.
We should check out the area and see if there's a back alley that's accessible, that we might be able to better control if we need to.
So are you willing to do this? What?
I am. What about you guys?
I have no hesitation. Well, I have hesitations, Linda, but they are being addressed. And I do think that Isaac, and by extension the Burgermeister, cannot be allowed to continue to exert their undue influence upon this town. It is a malediction.
They are horrible men.
The entire family is horrible.
That is deeply unfortunate.
I guess
They
all
are...
I am
Sorry, go ahead.
all I am thinking is of the people. Let us say, for instance, Isaac goes to see Blinsky. There is a encounter there, and some sign of violence is perceivable from the street, and later Isaac's body is found. Would the cry be, kill his murderers among the common people, or will the cry be, death to...
We can control the narrative, Vasili says, cutting her off mid-sentence. She looks initially a little angry at this, and then averts her eyes and swallows her pride, and he continues. The narrative will be easy. What we must do is, as soon as you do the deed, get me. I have hired some cleaners. A few gold coins are more than enough to silence. For it's worth much more to them and their children's bellies than it is to their morals. Beyond that, we'll load him into a cart, bury him in a shallow grave several miles out of town. Or leave his body in the woods. The wolves will take care of it quickly enough.
All right. That addresses one half of my concern. The next, and you'll forgive me for this particular question, but I assume that after the Burgermeister is removed, you intend to, there is no kind way to put this, take power yourselves.
Someone of the correct lineage should do so, and someone with a background in management and aristocracy, yes. I do not see where this would be a problem. I am a noble of the land. It is my rightful place.
Be that as it may, and again, forgive me if I overstep, but there is no sense in taking the head off a tyrant, only so another one may step in its place.
You will find, Brother Karis, that I am not a tyrant, but a spurned woman who wishes to claim from a mad patriarch what she is deserved, as well as a touch of revenge. For you see, our houses were once to have been joined. My daughter, Stella, bless her soul, was meant to be the bride of the young Burgenmeister's son. She found him to be less than interesting. And he was a cruel, cruel boy. Suddenly upstairs you will hear the sound of something scuffing and footfalls, like someone jumps off of a bed or runs across a room. It's a sudden, jarring noise that echoes through the halls. He was very unkind to her, and when she came back, her mind was broken. I wish to return the same care upon the Burgermeisters. As they gave to my daughter.
And that, I can assure you, we will see done. Or if not all of us, at least I will see done.
The Vallakoviches have an ancestral seat of power, but they do not deserve it. Should I not deserve it? Let the peasants rise up and take my head. But they won't. I will not waste their funds and starve them to have a festival every month where I burn through wine and food and supplies that could be used to feed the poor or house the sick, or just to be more comfortable during a winter. Strahd does not care about these stupid festivals. Dawncaller, yes.
Insight on this situation. This is the second time now she's invoked Strahd, and I feel like I'm getting set up.
Hold on. You're glitching a little bit. You were glitching there. Can you say that again? You feel like...
She's invoked Strahd twice.
Yeah.
And that feels like, hey, Strahd, look what we're planning.
Yeah.
You can make me an insight roll, yeah.
And I'm like, are you setting us up here? Like, this feels like you're doing a setup.
Can I also do that, given what we know about Strahd and...
Alright, what'd you guys get?
13.
21.
21? How to put this in a nice, easy way. I don't remember how much you both know about what happens when you say Strahd's name. You're not 100% sure that's why she's doing it. You, honestly, when she says it, there's no fear in her eyes. And there's actually a little bit of, I don't want to say specifically loyalty, but comfort in it. She says... The easy way to put this for knowing people, and sorry to reference a current work of fiction that's being lambasted. She says it with the same veracity as someone would say Voldemort. As a Death Eater would, for example. Where it's like, yeah, no, that's fine. Like Strahd. But feel free, like, you can interject and talk about it. Like, ask her.
No, Dawncoller's basically taking a backseat because this politics and nobility bullshit is like, she's got absolutely no care for it. It's ridiculous.
All right. Well, if Dawncoller's not going to jump in, but in response to... Oh, Zan, did you want to go? Sorry, you're waving.
Yeah, I'm going to ask where the facilities are because I'm going to go and
poke around,
utilize them.
Absolutely. One moment while I look up where that is, because I don't remember. Toilet. There's
Don't
no...
worry, that's not where I'm going.
Okay. All right.
You don't need to look that hard.
So, she will give you rough directions to... I need to know where she's telling you to go, right?
Yeah.
I guess the privy would be... Is it on the second floor? Hold on. L. Upstairs hall.
That'd be a little odd.
I don't know that I've ever seen one on a D&D map before, so I don't know that they include them.
It might be an outhouse.
Yeah,
But there's no... They have the property drawn. There's no outhouse on it. So either they walk 2 blocks to take a crap, or...
Or they
I mean, if they're
bush.
nobility, they probably have one.
Or they have
Yeah,
a bucket and a
lower.
basin.
You know what? I'm gonna say that
under the bed.
I'm gonna say that she just gives you directions to one at the top of the stairs.
Okay. Perfect.
Just head out and up the stairs.
Excellent. I will be back eventually.
All right.
So, Zan, we'll catch up with you in just 1 sec. As you are off doing that, though. So, you were interrupting. Strahd does not care about these... Is that you, like, stopping, Amy? Like, what are we doing?
I'm fixing my camera a little
Okay.
bit because I'm too, like, far down.
Oh.
That was my hope. I might have failed.
Strahd does not care about... whether or not there is a festival held. The Lord of Barovia does not care. He is not micromanaging every small little gathering. He is not watching out for any sign of disloyalty. He is a busy tyrant. If anything else... So, you were speaking first, so she would have stopped?
Oh, no, she can go. I was honestly just trying to find the voice before I actually started talking.
If anything, he is an absentee landlord. And not trying to provoke a fight with him would probably be the best way for him to leave Vallaki alone. Occasionally, he may come down and take a dinner. But why waste everything that makes our lives good? Just to signal that we are against him. It's a waste. It's pathetic. I agree. I imagine that he sits up in his castle, laughing at the whole thing. I would. Wouldn't you? Someone throwing parties once a month to say how they will defeat you and they will survive you, and that's all they do? It's preposterous.
It does indeed sound preposterous, and I apologize for my pressing on the matter. But, and I will admit this as well, you have allayed my concerns for now. You asked when I came in here what god I serve. And broader answer to it, he's a god of all people. So I just needed to ensure that under your leadership, the hearth would blaze and the common people would not suffer as they do now. And you have given me an adequate answer. And I smile like you smile at an uncle at a Thanksgiving dinner.
When he starts talking about how to vote this term. Yeah. She'll look at you and... I understand your insinuation. Both of you. And she'll mostly be focusing at Xaste at that point. My goal... as lady of this land would be to make sure that none would uprise against me out of malcontent. I think the best way to do that is by keeping people happy and fed. I don't believe that tyrants stay in power much longer than it takes to sharpen the axe, as we're seeing tonight.
You speak true. It is certainly a most noble approach.
Speaking of nobility, your friend Zan is not here, but a toast to you. I've heard stories of all of you have done.
I left Hookfoot sitting on my chair, who's probably noisily eating the soup right now.
And as he is eating the soup, why don't we transition over to where Zan is? So, Zan, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the house, and I noticed some talking in the chat about some freezing. How is everybody doing? Are you unfrozen?
I'm unfrozen right now, but it's happened 3 times, and I'm a little.
Actually, it just happened again on your screen.
Yeah, it's a little glitchy tonight, but we're gonna keep trying our best.
Yeah, but it means that I missed half of what you were saying at the end there.
Basically, she said that she's gonna keep people happy so they don't cut her head off, and because power is great, but power is not good if you're dead, was kind of the vibe. Like, she wants the power, but she knows that she'll have to do nice things to keep it. Yeah. Was the insinuation. It was enough politics you probably heard of. Amy, if you're having a problem right now with Roll20, feel free to shut it down.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Roll20 seems to be fine, but I don't know if it's...
Check your system resources, and but while you're doing that, let me know in the chat, and I'm going to keep going with Zan. So, Zan, as you head back into the main area, there is an upstairs and a door directly in front of you. Which way do you head?
I'm going to listen at the door, see if I can hear any of the noise that we heard previously.
Okay, so make me a perception roll to see if you can hear where that comes from.
Perception. 10.
10? Okay. Okay. What you can hear is in this room the sound. So the food came through the door that you've immediately gone back through, off to the side here, and you can hear the sound of people cooking and cleaning inside of the next room over, and can hear. Would you say you got a 10?
Yes.
Okay. You can still hear people moving around upstairs. It's faint, but it is. There is still motion up there. Are you heading there?
I will beeline like I'm trying to find the bathroom.
Okay. All right. So that goes down there, and so does that. Okay, cool. So if you could do me a favor, we're gonna move you. Move your character directly up to the top of the screen. If not, I can do it for you.
I gotta pan the screen.
Cool. All right, so you're going to be walking up the stairwell there. As you do, a hallway with a window at each end wraps around the staircase railing. Framed portraits and mirrors festoon the walls, surrounding you with judging looks and dark reflections. You hear something scratching at one of the many doors.
Do I think that's where the sound from downstairs came from?
You think there's a good chance of that, yeah. You would probably venture to guess more than anything. And it is coming from the room just midway down the stairwell here.
Okay, well, that's the door I will head toward.
Okay, you will hear the sound. Meow. Can Kitty come out to play? A woman's voice says on the other side of the door. Meow. Can Kitty...
I will knock on the door.
Meow. Kitty has been a good kitty. Can Kitty play?
I will check the door, see if it's locked or unlocked.
All right. The room is locked from this side. However, you think you could probably pick it pretty quickly.
I will pull out the tools to get to work.
Just make me a roll for it.
Okay.
I'm lonely. I'll be good this time. I promise, I really I do. Meow.
What am I rolling against? Sleight of hand?
You're so actually, I double checked the rules. So you're rolling against your lockpicking check. So you have a lockpick proficiency, and I think you took expertise in it.
Yeah.
So that means you double your proficiency with it and add your dexterity.
Oh, okay.
So I think you're at like a +10 at this level, or at least a +8.
Yeah, if I'm adding my dexterity, I'm at +11.
Yeah, so you're at a +11 right now.
Oh, and I just rolled 19, so...
So a 30?
30.
So you insert your tools and 3 quick clicks and twists of your wrists, and you will open the door. Or, well, you will unlock it. You open it. Okay. The room ahead of you is musty and dark. An iron frame bed fitted with leather straps stands near a wall. The place has no other furnishings. Scurrying away from you on all fours is a young woman in a soiled nightgown. You can see the stains of... well, when she was strapped and not relieved in time. She leaps onto the bed and hisses like a cat. "Little kitty doesn't know you," she shouts. "Little kitty doesn't like the smell of you." Downstairs, I would like all of you to make me a perception roll.
24.
24. Beautiful.
18. Though I will say,
17.
Dawncaller is fairly focused on just eating at the moment.
Okay. You will hear this. You will hear and fairly understand that someone is yelling at someone upstairs. Lady Watcher doesn't seem to notice. She's in the middle of her tangent right now and talking. But as she punctuates herself with that final line, you all risk a quick glance at each other, having heard it, just to acknowledge that it was, in fact, real. And as you flick your eyes to her, she doesn't seem to know. But as your eyes draw across, you see Vasili looking directly at each of you. And as your eyes hold for a moment, he cuts a bit of tender beef and slides into his mouth with a knowing grin and goes back to listening to the conversation.
Oh, just he caught what was upstairs as well?
He absolutely did, and he has he gives you that look that's like... he doesn't give two shits what Zan's doing upstairs.
And we're like, we can't control what Zan does.
Get a few can. If the law can't do it.
I don't even know what's going on.
All right, so back upstairs, Zan. The girl hisses at you.
I will fish in my pocket for some cat treats.
Make me a persuasion roll with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage.
I'm sure.
I get all my
Do you
new
have one of those
fancy
feathery cat toys tucked away somewhere too on a string?
Oh, it's probably in the bottom of my my backpack. But I do have snacks.
Okay.
Ooh, that's 16 and 18.
What are you doing in Kitty's room?
Kitty needs to get fed. I was told to bring up a snack.
Meow. I do want some snackies. Meow.
It's okay. I know some cats get a little finicky, so I just brought what I thought you would like.
Meow.
I think it's fish. It's probably fish.
I like fish. She'll scramble forward on the bed, almost falling over and perching on the bed frame, with her hands and feet, her knees up around her shoulders, her hands perched between her feet. And she'll wrinkle her nose at you and can't reach.
Can you do tricks?
Kitty knows tricks. What trick?
Sing for the food.
Copyright material here. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
I don't think I know that one. Okay, try spin around.
She will spin around and will fall over on the bed on the second spin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very well. Okay, you get some treats. And I will toss the treats over onto the bed.
All right. She will spend some time nuzzling up against them before she starts devouring them hungrily.
Oh, someone's hungry. Do you want more treats? I can go get more.
Treats are good. Kitty would like to be let out, too.
Oh, okay. I will go get more treats, and then I will ask if you can be let out.
No, don't ask. They don't like to let Kitty out. They think Kitty is a bad kitty, but Kitty is not. Kitty is good.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'll be good this time.
Okay.
Or Kitty will be good this time. Kitty promises.
Okay. Well, how about you hide under the covers, and then when I come back, if you're still hiding, then you can leave.
Kitty can hide? Kitty can hide real good. You won't find Kitty, except to let Kitty out.
Yeah.
Kitty is big sneak.
Okay. Do you think you can count to 100? I mean, that's a big trick for a cat.
Kitty can hide real good.
Okay. Count to 100, and I will be right back.
And she will scramble under the sheets.
I will go back and close the door and see if I can wedge it shut, lock it.
You can relock it for sure. With your lockpicks, I'm not even going to make you make a roll since you were able to do that quickly.
Yeah.
So there are 4 other doors available on this floor. Where do you go?
Perfect. I will go to where they said the washroom was. And then I will go and splash water all over myself.
We're going to say that the washroom is this linen closet right here because, you know
Sure.
what, it's going to be like down at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
So yes, there is a little pump tap there as well as what basically is a hole with a pipe at the bottom of it.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah, there's some moonshine or vodka in here. Okay, so you are...
I will make it look like
comment.
I made a mess, and then I will go back downstairs.
As you're going back down, you sure you don't want to try any of the other rooms?
No, not right now. I'll be back.
Okay. All right.
Investing curiosity.
So heading back downstairs, you'll come in. Did you find the facilities all right?
Yes, I kind of missed, but that's okay. Things happen.
Well, for dessert, we will be having some flan, if that's acceptable to you.
It sounds lovely. And Hookfoot finished my soup. Okay, well, dessert sounds great. I will go sit down and put Hookfoot back in the pack and sit pretty, like I didn't encounter another cat.
Okay. Hookfoot does not appear cross with you for spending time with another cat.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, Mr. Von Holst, forgive me. We've become aware of the...
We're allies. Vasili is fine.
In that case, Vasili, forgive me. We are now acquainted with our generous host status in this land. But I must inquire after her own. Certainly, if you are invited to dine with her, you are certainly of a similar status.
Was that the question?
That it was. I was attempting to be polite to determine what title I should address you by, but you avoided it somewhat by prompting me to use your given name.
Vasili is fine, but if you really wish, Lord is sufficient. If you want to know more about me, I come from an ancient bloodline, as do most of the lords here. Unfortunately, I am the last scion. I live in Vallaki. And... If you're wondering why I do not oppose Lady Watcher for the title of Lord of Vallaki, because I do not wish to. Right now, I'm looking to find, as cliche as it sounds, someone to love. Or at least to marry. As I said, I am the last member of my line. Should I die, should I fall off my horse, we will never have been. So I would like to find a wife.
Must be difficult.
You would think that with as much money as my family had accumulated over so many generations, it would be easy. But to find someone of good stock, to find someone who is not...
purely after the money and wealth?
Yes.
And title?
Even that, were they of the correct line? Would be an alternative. But
This trouble seems to weigh heavy on your mind.
I just... It is difficult.
I imagine so. But I assume, in whatever order follows next, you will enjoy some position of prominence, given your...
Probably no more than I already do.
Well, and perhaps if things go well in the next couple of days, there won't be a absolute, what was the word we used? Incompetent moron? Scaring off all the decent stock?
That is definitely true.
So I can see you would be rather invested in this endeavor as well.
I would. I mean, there's very little out there. There is, I believe that Kresk has a daughter, their Burgenmeister. And the Burgenmeister of the town of Barovia had a daughter. But I've not had a chance to meet with her in quite some time. Not since her father's death.
Is that... a character? Is that Irina?
Yeah, Irina is a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure because I remember that their father was relatively important in...
Yeah. She was the daughter of the Burgomaster. Well, the adopted daughter, but... You know,
yeah.
For
daughter,
purposes of lineage, might as well be the same.
Yeah. Okay. Xaste is just nodding along.
Do you have any family, Mr. Mora?
Not any that I've seen in a long time.
I know the feeling. I have to admit, when I'd heard that there were adventurers coming through Barovia, my heart sang. I thought maybe one of them would be a lady or a... Wow. At the very least, someone of noble enough demeanor. You're all very noble, but...
Sorry to disappoint.
I doubt you would want to court a lowly aristocrat inside of Barovia. You probably want to get out as soon as you can.
You are not wrong on that front.
And of course, I could not begin to hold a candle up to the beauty of Lady Dawncaller.
She does strike quite an image. Especially on a battlefield.
I cannot even imagine.
Why did he call me lady?
It's a compliment.
However, should you find yourselves trapped in Barovia for longer than you wish, as it is difficult to escape.
Dawncaller puts her cup down very firmly.
If you would need help setting yourselves up with a house, a life,
Hmm.
I would be happy to provide what I can. There are a number of empty houses around here that I do own the land deeds to.
It's
After
quite
what you're doing
generous.
for us, oh, it's not even a little bit. If you manage to successfully remove Ezek, the people would be so happy they would have been able to buy the property out from under me by passing a hat. I just do what they want. Although, if you were interested in courting,
Sorry?
I do know a particularly delicious bakery around here. Perhaps a chat over wine.
I like bakeries. How come I'm not part of this conversation?
Getting a little ahead of yourself.
I don't think so. You know, do they have pies? Do they have scones?
Zan?
Do they have what? Hey,
Zan.
no, come on. He's going in a direction that I was finally getting interested.
I will be happy
this
to
guy has
buy.
potential.
If you manage to kill Isaac, I will buy each of you a pastry the size of your head.
I want a handshake on that. Thank you very much.
Of course. I'm a man of my word.
I will immediately run over and shake hands.
He'll shake your hand, yeah.
Oh, pastry.
Dawncaller will look at him. I accept as long as there's no courting gestures attached. I would break you.
Wait, did I just shake to courting gestures?
Unfortunately, unless I am misjudging the situation, I doubt that you can give me the sons or daughters that I would need.
You could always adopt. There's plenty of children around here that need homes.
I know some guys. I think he runs like an inn or something now. There's a lot of kids available.
I've never heard of a human or Goliath cross, and I do not know if it's possible.
I imagine they would be tall. These children...
Most likely.
The inn is accepting children.
Well, we rescued several. It was the first safe place we knew. And they were kind enough to take them in for us.
So, there's options.
Yes. Perhaps I will go speak with the... Go speak with the Martikovs when this whole mess is done. That's very, very thoughtful. Thank you. I actually hadn't considered adoption.
And some of those kids are pretty cute.
Some of them are very cute.
I'm a fan of children.
They handled the situation incredibly well. No crying or...
Well, there was
wailing.
one who kind of cried a bit, but we won't... Yeah.
In a minor fashion.
Yeah, it's fine.
Given the situation, yes.
Back to the pastries. Where were we?
Well, we should get pastries for the kids.
You're right. Is everyone done with their meat?
Sorry. I was just gonna... Shasta's gonna go see if there's a little bit more of, like, the more rare meat there.
There is still some, yes.
Yeah, she's just gonna snag a teeny bit more of that and just be like,
Is anyone doing anything else during the conversation? Trying to steer it a specific direction, or...?
That Shasta's not, no.
Dawncaller will essentially interject once in a while.
Okay.
For the most part, she's basically ignoring it as pretty nothings.
I will probably drop something really awkward like, so, I understand you're fans of cats.
And Shasta's been kind of, like, noticing Zan doing, like, weird little motions, like, in the side and just being like, see?
Oh, I had hair in my eyes.
Your cat is very cute, but I'm not sure I see.
More of a dog person?
I'm not a fan of any animals, to be fair.
Oh.
We should consider it. It can be quite, comforting. Anyway.
Especially if you plan on having some kids around here, it's very bonding.
Well, I wouldn't be having children around here, but...
around you.
I would definitely consider. I love cats and dogs. And birds.
and birds.
There are so many birds around here. I love, especially the talking ones. The rascals can learn some fairly interesting things. Things that you don't really hear in high society, if you follow.
Really?
You have to be careful with those
talking
ones.
birds. Interesting. Next thing you'll tell me there's talking cats.
Not that I've seen.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've heard of legends of ones that were, well, part human, but those are just tales. I think. I think they're called.
Perhaps a clever joke?
No. I'm
Sphinxes.
just trying to remember what. Yeah, that's it. Sphinx. I think my father met one once.
Your father sounds like quite an adventurer.
He's been around.
Ah.
Made a lot of friends.
Well.
And enemies.
If we're done with the meal.
Did we come up with a plan? Did we come up with a plan to deal with the situation?
I think we were going to go speak with Blinksy?
Blinksky, yes.
Blinksky, there you go. I was missing a K there.
If you tell him that I sent you, he should acquiesce. But if not...
I mean, I think we left a decent impression on him last time we encountered him.
Here. And she'll reach into her pocket. Well, she'll reach into her purse, I guess, because she has a purse or something like that on her. Sorry, the dresses don't have pockets. And will toss a small pouch onto the table that clangs noisily. That should convince him otherwise. If you don't need it, you can keep it.
Of course.
There will be 30 gold coins inside of that.
Xaste will pick it up and tuck it into one of her belt pouches.
Blinksky usually closes at dusk, so about 3 hours from now. You have some time.
True, though if we want to scout out the area around the place and see what it's like in terms of alleyways and know who's around, sooner is probably better than later.
True. No?
So it is worth talking to him early.
Exactly.
Find out if he does in fact have a back room large enough for whatever actions we choose to take.
Well, if there's anything else that I can help you with, please, do let me know.
We have discussed the first matter, which is the removal of Isaac. After that, you say things will be easy, but is it a matter of your people dealing with the guards, or do we deal with Isaac and then the following day, or put an end to the matter?
We will wait for the right moment, and then we will strike. We are positioned in many places. This will be with as little bloodshed as possible. In fact, I see no reason why we should waste it. There's no reason why the Burgenmeister should be... the Baron should be put to death by agents when the people would be happy to do so. The Baronet should be jailed for his crimes. And the Baroness... Who knows? If she's made a widow, Vasili, you could always marry her. Create a son that isn't so rotten. This is true.
Or you might just end up You know what? Never mind. It's not my business.
I suppose your plan to have the people pass a judgment is one that I am not opposed to. I'm more just curious about our next steps.
Now, hopefully you will help support when the time comes. At least add your voices to the massive outcry.
I mean, I don't want to stay in town terribly long if I can avoid it. We have places to be.
If you need to leave, you need to leave. Although I would hope you would stay for the festival. It will be interesting. All right, if everyone is done with their meat.
Yep, that was excellent.
She will ring the bell once more, and the servants will come and strip the table. They will come a moment later and bring a flan that is coated with just the slightest bit of a caramel sauce, as well as a couple of wild berries put on for garnish. Your fork will cut through it simply like going through a cloud. It tastes as substantial as a cloud. There's nothing you wouldn't give for a nice quality Danish or croissant or cinnamon roll at this point. Something with a bit of bite to it. But it's pleasant, and the caramel sauce at least gives it a bit of sweetness. The flan itself is rather bland.
It's a flan.
It is what it is. It's not like a creme brulee. You're not getting your money's worth here. All right, and you are enjoying a quick conversation. Is anybody doing anything in the meanwhile, or are you just going to let the meal pass?
Is just going to let it go because she figures if Xaste or Brother Karis doesn't see anything wrong with the politics that are being discussed, then
okay.
He's just...
All right, so is anyone else going to go and use the washroom or anything?
Probably, but Shas is also just looking around for any portraits or images to see if there's anything that shows this daughter that we were supposedly heard about. And that
yeah, actually, you will see that in the sitting room that Vasili and Lady Wachter were in as you entered. Beneath the portrait of that man are several other pictures, and your keen eyes are going to notice in the dimness of that room that there is Lady Wachter herself in one of them. And the Lady Wachter herself is actually one of the only people I don't have as a quick picture to throw up. I did, but then I got rid of it because you guys weren't dealing with her for the longest time. So, I know, that's smart, right? So she looks like this.
That's the Lady Wachter?
Yeah, that's what you expect.
Huh.
Right?
She's a friendly-looking woman.
She is a severe-looking schoolmarm of a lady. She looks like the evil stepmother from Cinderella. Is what she looks like.
Definitely wasn't picturing that when you were describing her.
You weren't?
I wasn't.
Oh, what were you picturing?
That's hilarious. I don't know, but like, not that.
I guess I should have put a little more bite into her voice. Yes, welcome. Like one of those? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Who put a dick in this box? No. Sorry.
I don't think that's quite it.
It's the Maleficent thing. So, you will see a more plump-faced, when your cheeks are that damn concave, everything is plump-faced by comparison. But a youthful portrait of a woman in her late teens, early 20s, maybe. Actually, say teens, solid teens, with the same type of almost purple-black hair, bright blue eyes, and kind of a demure look, standing next to a pair of men in their late teens, early 20s. If you want to do me a favor, you can make me an intelligence roll.
Just int?
Just int, yeah.
Not like investigation or insight, just intelligence?
You can make it insight. But then you're losing the
It's
int.
just a +2. I don't have anything bonus to it. So. It's a 13.
Okay. Have you...
Only 11s.
Have you ever came across the Watchers in town? The two Watcher boys?
Did we?
Actually, yes, you will immediately. Because, if I'm not mistaken, the first time you were in Vallaki, a couple of guys at the bar tried to pick a fight with you.
Yes, they did.
And then another couple of guys offered to be your guides, and then you never showed back up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we never actually hired them.
Oh, I thought you negotiated, and then I think they were expecting you.
Okay.
We didn't know that. We did not know they were actually expecting. They offered their services, and we were like, "We'll keep it in mind," and then never
The
came
guys
back.
who tried to pick a fight with you, who you bought drinks to calm down, are apparently her sons. You'll recognize that from the photo over there, or from the portrait. So her boys seem to be kind of troublemakers. Big, burly types who definitely more resemble what is obviously their father. Do I have a photo to show you? Nope.
And we haven't heard anything about this father. Like, has she mentioned anything about...
She has not mentioned her husband at all.
Is there a way we can... I want to know more. I want to figure out how to pry about that. How tactful is Xaste? Oh. Not.
You can make me a persuasion roll.
I will attempt.
Okay.
Well, that's an 18 to persuade, so...
So I would say something like, speaking of marriage, is there a Mr. Watch or a Lord Watcher or something like that?
Yeah.
It was probably the best way to do it, just to be polite.
Effect, yeah.
Hmm.
And is there a Lord Watcher that will be joining us at some point, or?
She will. She'll visibly pale, which is nearly impossible when you're that pale already. My husband, Nikolai, died of sickness 3 years ago.
Oh, my condolences.
He was a wonderful father, husband, and caretaker. He is the one who deserves to be reigning over this town.
But now it falls to you, and...
It falls to the one who it must fall to.
And, how are your sons, I suppose? Those are your sons, right?
They are strong. They are strong and full of energy. Someday they will make strong children. For now, they're still young and sowing their oats.
It's a good way to make children.
Excuse?
Sorry.
Would you care?
We encountered them the other day, actually, before we left town.
Oh. Well, I hope that you all enjoyed the meeting.
It was pleasant.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything else in the meanwhile as the conversation trails off to a bit of silence?
Nope.
Okay. So...
Collar's just going to be relaxed in her chair.
Okay. Last chance for anybody to snoop around the house.
I mean, Shasta's distracting right now, so...
Zan, you're not going to go and use the washroom again?
I think it would be obvious if Dawn Collar.
Zan, you're not going again?
No, I kind of found everything I needed to know.
That is not even remotely true, but fair.
If Shasta does want to go look, if no one else is going, she's going to try and find an excuse to get someone else to take over the conversation here.
Nudge Karis and go to the washroom.
Yeah, I'm happy to
pointed look at Karis. Be like, all right, well, I'm going to go take advantage of those facilities and leave you in the care of Brother Karis, and we'll just get out of there.
1 second.
Not to leave you on the spot or anything.
So,
sorry,
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I assume that there's been conversation that the audience hasn't seen. We haven't just been,
no, it hasn't just been silent.
No.
Shasta, as you were saying that, you will be putting your hands down to scoot your chair back, and you will feel a warm hand on yours, on your right hand, as you're scooting back, and Vasili reaches down and touches your hand, and smiles at you. Do you remember which way it is?
I believe she said it was at the top of the stairs.
Excellent. Good. And you will feel an iron key slide into your palm.
Thank you.
It's just been an enjoyable meal and a decent amount of wine.
Indeed. I'll be back shortly.
Speaking of which...
it was supposed to be locked? It was open when I went there.
Oh, did you see...
you did not see that for sure.
It's a sneaky,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was definitely like a weak, like a handhold with a palm slide.
He got well on his sleight of hand roll.
He got a nat 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Called it.
He's done the sneaky.
This guy is just every time
explore.
He only gets nat 20s. It's ridiculous. I'm like, do I notice the cat upstairs? Nat 20.
Okay, everyone check your drinks.
You no need nat 20. All right, so heading upstairs. Shasta, as the conversation continues downstairs, you head upstairs.
All right. And she's gonna, when she makes it to the top of the stairs, and is gonna try and listen. I mean, she heard a little bit about the yelling from before.
Okay. You're not using Roll20 anymore, right?
Not presently, but
okay.
I think I should be able to pull it back up again.
That's okay. I can just describe it for you in the meanwhile. So as you walk up to the top of the stairs, there are 5 doors leading away. The top of the stairs, there's one door to the right. There is a door immediately to your left, a set of double doors actually, as well as 2 doors, both of which would be right over the dining area and den. And as well, there is 2 doors at the south, one of which looks like it probably goes to a privy, given the size of it. And another that leads off to the east of the house.
So, which one looks like, I'm here to snoop at this point. Okay. Which one looks like a master bedroom?
Either the double doors or the door facing east.
Let's go with the double doors. That seems master bedroomy to me. Does this key work on this door?
Let me find out if it's even locked. One moment.
I mean, she's gonna try it first before checking.
Whoa, what? Double doors, they are locked. So the key
probably doesn't then.
The key will slide in and will slide into the lock and easily click.
Huh.
This room is crawling with cats. Bookshelves hug the walls, but most of the shelves are bare. Other furnishings include a desk, a chair, a table, and a wine cabinet. One moment.
Crawling with cats?
Yes.
Actual cats?
Actual cats, yes. There are 8 cats in the room presently.
What a stinking liar.
The room has an irregular shape, and yeah, it's... Well, I didn't read that room, to be honest.
But she's gonna mumble about that. What a sturdy liar. I mean, if you're gonna be a crazy cat lady, you aren't gonna advertise it if you're a noble.
That's what we'll go with. We'll don't get that I read this like six months ago and forgot about the cats.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
If any of them look like... She's going to close the doors pretty quickly because she doesn't want them to sneak out and go downstairs. But she will...
The room has an irregular shape, and none of the angles seem quite right, as though the shifting of the house has set the whole place on edge. Can you make me a perception roll?
Absolutely.
And there is a 25% chance.
25%. Okay. Good, good.
That is not 25. Cool.
You said perception?
Yes.
20 total.
As you look around the room real quick and see these cats, a couple of them are going to try to move kind of in your direction, but they appear to be very, very particular. They kind of are looking at you with a bit of bristle to their motions. But you will notice that one of them, the third one in, has a small key hanging from its collar.
Ah, that could be useful.
Do you want to go inside and try to catch it?
I kind of want to check the other doors first and then try and go after the cat.
Okay.
I'm hurting cats. I don't want to do it first.
Okay, you shut the door. Do you relock it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then she's going to check the other doors real quickly, too.
Okay, are you...
One right across.
Okay, the one right across? Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me just check this real quick. So that is room M. There are a lot of rooms in this frickin'. The bedroom contains... Okay. The bedroom contains nothing out of the ordinary. A neatly made bed, a table with an oil lamp, a handsome wooden chest, a slender wardrobe, and a window box with drapes. It smells like a boy's room.
One of the sons, probably.
Yeah.
She's guessing. All right, well, let's just shuffle down to the other ones. She'll lock it if it's locked and head back.
Basically the same. This room, off the side here, reveals a very similar type of room with that same type of musty smell that comes from dude. It's dude stench.
Okay, good.
They use antlers in all of their decorating.
She's had a brother. She knows.
You know.
Yeah.
Cracking
and this one here.
Cracking the door, here's what you will see. Across from the door, a fire sputters and struggles to keep life in the hearth, above which hangs a framed family portrait, a noble father and mother, their 2 young sons, and a baby daughter in the father's arms. The sons are smiling in a way that suggests mischief. The parents look like uncrowned royalty. Wood paneling covers the walls of the room. A closet and framed mirror flank the curtained window to the south. To the north, a wide canopied bed lies pinned beneath matching end tables with oil lamps. And stretched out on one side of the bed is a man dressed in black. His eyes, each covered with a copper piece. He bears a striking resemblance to the father in the photo.
And do we know if putting copper pieces over eyes here is a thing you do for the dead?
It's in most countries, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much she's encountered it, but she's probably picked that up.
He is, the room has no stench.
Interesting.
And would you like to investigate?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
I would. I would love to.
Okay. So, stepping into the room, you can see that he is impeccably dressed, quite dead. And you don't even need to roll to guess that this is probably the Gentle Repose spell. Which locks him in stasis forever.
Yeah, I don't want to poke at that, really.
Are you searching around the room at all?
Sure. This seems like a great place to search.
You can make me a perception roll.
Perception? Okay. I'm going to spend my inspiration on this.
Okay. I wouldn't.
No? Okay. In that case, it's going to be a 10.
Good. That's why I wouldn't.
Okay. That's good enough.
Checking quickly, the closet contains shelves of fancy footwear and many fine garments, including a black ceremonial robe with a hood. On a high shelf rests a locked iron chest.
Interesting. I think maybe that locked iron chest might have a key that fits in it from hanging around a cat's neck.
It might, but after a moment of quickly searching around the room, you will find a small hooked area by the fireplace with a key.
Oh, okay. Let's try that.
There's a click, a soft one, and then a louder click as the key turns, and you get the sense that it might have disabled something that was that with lockpicks probably would have triggered. The iron chest is lined with thin sheets of lead and bones.
Ah.
This is very similar to the bag of bones that you found for the abbey. It's old.
So potentially oh, is it consecrated bones or?
There's some reason that they're hidden. That's for damn sure.
Interesting.
It might
I'm gonna
be. Sorry, it might be worth taking them with you if you can resurrect.
I can't though. I don't think I've got anything for that. I don't know if
Further cars, do you have reincarnation? At your level?
Not yet.
Is that that's level 4?
Reincarnation is definitely a druid spell. I need to look through the higher level cleric spells.
I thought clerics ended up getting it too. All right, is there anything else that you are doing up there?
In that room, no. But she doesn't want to take much longer, so she's gonna head back to that last room that she hasn't checked. Because as interesting as the cats are,
okay, you're not gonna check the. So where did you say you're going? Oh, is Amy locked up?
It seems like it.
Yeah.
I believe in Amy. All right. Well, let's just wait and see if Amy comes back.
Anyway, to answer that question, resurrection is a level 7 spell, so a while.
Oh well, what's reincarnate? Is that druid only? Oh, Amy's back. Okay.
yeah. Sorry, I was just like, oh no, everything's frozen again.
Okay, so where are you headed?
She was gonna check out the other room she hasn't checked yet.
Okay. Sliding the key into the lock, you will actually, as you are doing that, one moment. Okay. As you slide the key into the lock, I need you to make me a perception roll.
Great. It's a 15.
15. You will hear the sound of footsteps coming up the stairs.
I'm gonna pull the key out and just start heading down to the stairs.
All right. As you head to the top of the stairs, one of the maids who help serve you dinner will... Oh, excuse me. I did not mean to disturb you. And then you'll hear... Let Kitty out! Kitty will be good! Kitty will be good! Let me out! Let Kitty out! It's everything is fine. Please.
Is there someone? There's someone in that room?
Yes, there is. Please. Your dessert wine is waiting. I'll be good. Meow. The mistress is not well. Oh, God, Amy's frozen. Just give me that. I just thought she was giving me the eye. I thought she was. Oh, now she's back. Were you?
I turned off Roll20 to see if that helps at all. I'm just like, oh no, everything froze.
But you were literally just giving me the stare down. It was great.
That was so good.
It was a really good hard stare. I was like,
I was
shit.
like,
not a single blink.
Oh, I see it.
I think Christine might be frozen too, actually. Oh no, she's just reading. All right.
No, I've just been going over my character stuff.
That's fair.
No.
All right, so Amy, so
sorry, where it cut out was them saying it's all right or like it's
fine. All right, and then the let Kitty out hunt came again, and she gives you this kind of like downward look and says, "Please, the mistress is not well."
Right, we were told about that. Is there something that can be done to help her?
Not unless you know the gods.
I mean...
It would take a great act to restore her.
Greater restoration? Maybe?
Sorry, I've got a thing in my eye. I don't know what's going on there.
It's like a winking
It's
thing?
like a Greater Restoration fixes everything except for tax problems.
Ah. Okay. What level is that? I don't have that.
It is level 6.
I definitely don't have that.
Yeah, you get that at level 5?
I still need to be level 9 before I can cast level 5 spells.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yep. All right, and with that, you head downstairs? With that, she goes down and rejoins the meal because I'm not waiting.
That's perfect.
All right. You go downstairs and rejoin the meal, Xaste, thanking Lady Watcher for her hospitality. Sound about right?
Sorry, everything froze twice.
You go downstairs.
Yeah, she'll go downstairs and we'll thank them for the hospitality and be like, maybe there's something that can be done here. But also we'll just be like, gonna wait a bit and then be like, hey, so there's some bones in this upstairs.
You're gonna bring that up in the middle of the conversation?
No, I said once they're gone, like once they've left, she's gonna bring that up.
Well, once you've left, they're not leaving you in this house.
No, once the party have left the house.
All right, that makes more sense. All right.
Yes.
So with that, they will conclude the meal. Lady Watcher wishes you the best and asks that after dark, if you could just do your best, I guess. And Vasili asks that you leave a mark on the back door of Blinksky's shop.
And Xaste will attempt to do a subtle, like, have the key in hand and, like, see if she can shake, like put a hand on Von Holst, Vasili's, like, hand and be like, thank you for your assistance earlier, and try and subtly get it to him, or maybe give him a cue that he should sleight of hand it out of her hand.
You know what he will do as you are smiling? Well, I hope that you found this meal to your liking and had an interesting time.
Indeed.
Do you see that bird? That's a giant crow. And he'll just kind of shift his hip toward you, where he has quite voluminous pockets on his coat. Xaste considers
it into his pocket with no problem.
Everyone, Vogue. He pushes his hip toward you.
Okay.
At where there is a pocket in his coat, Amy.
Gonna just hand it to him.
If you're listening to this later on podcast, Amy has frozen up again, and she looked like she was looking contemplatively at the corner of her screen. So we all started doing it. It was nice. All right, so make me a sleight of hand roll.
I will. With advantage or just on its own?
Just on its own.
It's an 11.
That was plenty to slip a key into a pocket.
Good.
All right. And with that, you are ushered outside into the cold. The sky is dark overhead. And you will immediately feel a chill begin to creep up. But the false warmth of the Wachterhouse is behind you. And with that, you should probably make your way to Blinksky's and figure out whether or not you're actually doing this murder for hire. But we'll do that in just a moment. Right now, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few minutes, everybody. See you in a moment. Hello, and welcome back to Curse of Strahd, Chapter 14. Now, as you leave the Wachterhouse, where do you go? What do you do?
Xaste's happy to head straight to Blinksky's.
Nice.
As am I, provided we have a chance for Brother Karis to air his grievances about Lady Watcher en route.
Oh yeah, of course. And Xaste will also be like, by the way, dead husband is still up in the bed, found some bones in a chest, and also
Meow.
There's a room full of cats.
Meow. So much
and
meow.
I think that there's definitely something wrong, like not okay with the daughter. which we might be able to fix actually, maybe.
Oh.
In a while. Maybe through magical means. A restoration.
Perhaps possible.
I mean, wouldn't they have just paid for that already? They seem to have enough money to put on the pretense of wealth, at least.
Unless there's a reason they don't want her to be better.
Can everyone here make me a religion roll if you have it?
Sure.
19.
Cool.
11!
So it is.
21.
It is a very expensive spell. There we go. Just getting more of Amy's. You were really low in frame, so I was adjusting you.
That's fine.
It is a really expensive spell, but it's also a very difficult and high-level spell. You honestly doubt that none of their... Brother Karis, you probably are one of, if not the most powerful priest that you've met so far in these lands. Who's going to cast the spell to resurrect?
Well, that was the restoration of the girl,
Which is
but
an
also,
even higher level spell.
And then
or as high.
mentioning, who knows what's up with those bones?
And why in a lead-lined box?
Consecrated or cursed somehow? I didn't notice anything when I was examining them, but...
Perhaps anyone who... Well, do you have Arcana?
Yeah.
Go make me an Intelligence Arcana roll.
I rolled a 2. Except that the only thing I know about, like, because I've got spells that are blocked by lead and surfaces would be, hey, don't know anything specific, but maybe?
Okay, then I can't confirm, but that doesn't sound like a bad option.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hypothesizing. Just spitballing.
All right, so do you head to Blinsky's?
Setting aside for the moment any sort of strife that has befallen that house, I have concerns about Lady Watcher.
Yeah.
I fear that we are simply replacing one tyrant with another.
True, but she doesn't have a hold on the place quite as tightly as the previous one would. I mean, current one does. I might be.
But the current one, for all of his misguided energy, is at least attempting to repel the adversary. Whereas I feel she would welcome him in with open arms.
Well, that's true. But in bringing this around, at least briefly, may help us get to deal with the much greater tyrant.
Do you think what he's doing is actually repelling? I think what's-his-face could walk in whenever he wanted.
Exactly.
It's his country.
At least this way, perhaps until such a time as something can be done about him.
Especially if there's a bunch like that calling his attention to the place constantly.
Yeah.
I am not proposing that we do not remove the Burgermeister.
We may perhaps have to also remove Lady Watcher after it as well. Is that where
That
you're
is what
going
I
with
am
this?
saying. Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps not a single fire, but a sweeping wave of flame, so that new life may grow.
I mean, I think we should cultivate allies before we have to deal with the main one. And maybe if we manage that one, then you can have your sweeping wave of fire. I agree. Forest fires are good. They wipe out the old issues. They generally don't harm the main saplings, and everything gets better afterwards.
I mean,
I do not disagree, but what
Clear
I
out the useless underbrush and let the tall, supportive elements remain.
and I do not disagree with your prudence in seeking allies. What I'm saying is, I do not think Lady Watcher will be an ally to us. I think that she
No.
will use us to get the position, and then nothing.
I agree. But if we also
So-
assume that she's planning on using us, then we can plan to around that.
There's also other stuff we want to do. So deal with the guy tonight and then go.
Well,
I see no benefit in staying.
I am curious about, well, yeah, basically.
I see no benefit on doing it on her timetable. We can do it if and when we feel like it.
I mean, I feel like we should get rid of the guy now. I agree with that.
He's a
But
pain.
perhaps while she's busy dealing with the stuff tomorrow, we could go back into her house and figure out what the heck is going on with those bones. I didn't exactly have a time to snag them.
Doesn't matter.
Possibly. It might.
I am
I'm curious
not
now,
opposed
but-
to this, and I do think that, well, we have pressing issues to deal with. If we abandon the common people to a second tyrant,
Then we abandon ourselves.
exactly, what have we done? We've done nothing.
I think taking out the bigger one is more important.
Do you think that she will be any less of a tyrant than him?
I think she's got a lot less power than him.
Okay, which him are we talking about? We're talking about the
The one that you can't
Burgomeister?
name.
Okay,
Duh.
just clarifying.
I-
The spooky, nameless one.
I think we're on a timeline.
we are. When was the wedding again? How many days do we have?
In
Or
like
now?
3 or something.
3.
3 after tonight.
Okay, so we do have a
I
bit
don't
of
want
time.
to waste
but
time.
Yeah, but
True.
we're supposed to be going and finding what's her face's mentor,
That's also true.
right? Like,
We gotta
Which-
get going,
And she did say that there was a good chance
Sounds
he
like
was
he's
in Vallaki.
experienced.
which is gonna be a while to get to. So yes, I think we should leave at the. Well, I think we should rest tonight and leave in the morning.
Well, unless we want to find the mentor, who's here.
True. In any case, before we set out, we definitely need to get some rest. And I'm assuming that we're walking as we're talking, right?
And as you
Oh,
say
yeah.
that,
Please
you will
hope.
arrive at Blinsky's,
Good.
which was only about 3 blocks from you. I just looked the map up. So that's about a 3-block walk worth of talk.
Yay.
Once again, you stand in front of a cramped shop with a dark entrance portico, above which hangs the wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a bee engraved on both sides. Through the dirty window, you can see, once again, a jumbled display of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
I like this place. She's gonna go inside.
Ah! Hello, customers! Welcome again! Is this the right? Feels like... Is
That's
this...
Borat.
Ah, hello! My customers! Welcome again to Blinsky's! It is so good to see you! The huge man will waddle out to you, and you'll see that there is a monkey dancing around his shoulders. Again, looking very much like a bit of a harlequin, actually, like a big white splash of coloration around the dark mouth. Yes, you have come to buy toys. I have many new toys, my friends, and I will be happy to make the toys for you.
What have you got?
This time, look, and he will pick up a wooden horse with flame hair and tail. And watch, his nightmare. But as you stroke its belly, you will hear and a flame will issue from its mouth.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yes, it's very
Probably
good.
not super safe for small children, though. Unless they're small
Children not learn to use
Dragon
fire
fruit.
now. When will they learn to use it?
or teeth.
What? No thieves. No thieves in Vallaki.
But no.
No thievelings. Except for beggars. And beggars must do what choosers do.
Okay.
Besides that, I also have... this. Which, he will hold up a strange box that has a large tombstone at the back of it. The top of the box is decorated like a grave site with grave roses twining around the grass, and and the tombstone is going to fly backwards on a hinge, revealing that there is a putrefied zombie doll that pops out of it and bounces on a spring.
Terrifying.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
Oh.
She's gonna be like told the one looking at the nightmare though.
Yes, that is very good. It is going to be 8 silver pieces, but for you, my friend, I can do 7 because you were so helpful before with that mean man.
I'll pay the full 8 because we might not. I unfortunately may be bringing a bit of inconvenience to your doorstep.
Is it the lady Irina? You need to hide her again in the back room?
No.
Where is she? I do not see her or her brother.
Well, presently, I think she's
otherwise disposed.
She was forcibly removed by the asshole in the big castle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunately. So,
so bad, isn't it not, Piccolo? I agree. It's very tragic.
But that's not exactly why we're here.
Yes?
Well, she's looking around just to make sure there's no one else here.
There's no one in this shop. No one shops here.
And she's also definitely paying, like, handing him 8 silver for this nightmare thing. It's very cute.
Do you want it gift wrapped?
No. I'll just tuck it over. She'll just tuck it away in her bag. How big is it, roughly? Like
about this big.
About
palm
it's even
size.
smaller. Oh, cute. Oh, she likes it. Well, maybe not perfect for her kid, but she's kind of thinking about it.
Brother Karas, you don't love it. I'm not gonna lie.
Bad memories.
So I've definitely never met this man before. Last time we were in town, I was not part of the party that went to the toy shops. I'm like,
yes, my friend, and we have not met each other as well. My name is Blinksky. Remember, if it's not fun, it's not Blinksky.
The most noble slogan. I am Brother Constantius Karas of the Welcoming Flame.
Oh, most welcoming indeed. Perhaps you have someone you would like to welcome me to. The flame may be this doll, and he'll hold a sackcloth doll with a series of attachable heads.
Dawn Caller's gonna go make friends with the monkey again.
Okay. The monkey
I think she did last time.
Do you have any? Did you squirrel away any food from the dinner?
Oh, I'm sure I've got dried fruit or nuts or something.
Yeah, the monkey will happily climb on your shoulder and eat, and we'll start plucking and grooming at your newly grown sideburns.
Excellent.
Adorable.
If he settles down eventually, she'll like have, you know how sometimes you can have like cats or animals draped across your forearm? She'll do that and then start like picking out the back of his.
Oh yeah, he'll allow that, totally. Yeah, he's down. So what can I do for you? What can I interest you in?
She'll let you take him over by the doorway.
Okay.
So she will A, prevent people from coming in too easily, and B, be a warning.
Yeah. Well, we were told that.
As you're thinking about this, Xaste, trying to find a way to figure this out, you can see that the back door, the curtain to the back room is open, and on a workbench back there is the most realistic doll of Irina that you've seen yet.
Well, that doll there. She'll point at it. Then.
I am sorry, it's already for sale for someone else, as you know.
No, we know. We are hoping you could help us.
Yes, I will always help my friends.
To remove one of the blights on this town.
As you say that, you can hear the sound of a storm brewing outside, and the rain begins to fall, covering a bit of this conversation.
We were given a tip by the doll had been completed and that he would be picking it up today. We were hoping that you could either look the other way or help us lure him out of sight so that
we
can contain it.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Cool. This I'm going to spend my inspiration on.
Cool. Are you gonna give him the money?
Oh yeah, she's going to hand him the 30, like just straight up just hand it to him.
You can make this with advantage then.
Okay.
You do not need to spend your inspiration on that.
Well, my advantage isn't that great, but at least I have a +8 to it. So 15?
If you do this, Lady Arena and my shop will be safe, yeah?
It will help.
I ask, he is not good man, but do not make him suffer unduly. I am... This will keep me in business for a very long time.
I'm glad.
What do you need me to do?
I mean, if you can tell us about the layout of your shop, is there a back room that's larger that we can...
There's the back workshop there. There is a door that leads out.
Okay.
And,
where does that back go? Is it a...
It goes to an alley.
Mm-hmm.
It is quiet. There's not many to disturb, and the house is nearby. There are 4. And one moment while I just check how full they are. So... 2 of them, 3 of them are empty. Not even rats live there. And the last is just a middle-aged couple. They do not trouble anyone.
So if we draw him into the back room workshop, we should be able to get a jump on him.
The sound of rain should probably help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
There are places to hide in the workshop there.
Okay.
Behind the curtains, or there is a small closet and also a stairwell. That is how you get to my house.
Okay. Then, is there a typical way that you handle the transaction when he comes to pick things up?
Normally, I will have it waiting for him, but in this case, I can ask him a question and say that it was maybe a bit slow this time.
Because if I can...
I can get him into a room.
Okay. And then I would recommend getting upstairs as fast as you can.
I cannot from here without entering the workshop. But I can shut the door and hold it closed with all of my strength. I would hope that maybe if any of you wait outside at the back door, it would be kind of noisy. Maybe put some boxes or something outside so it cannot open.
Okay.
He will be here within an hour.
Mm-hmm. So we could go block that off before he gets here. I suppose.
I would be quick.
What do you guys think?
I think this sounds good, provided there is room for all of us to hide in the workshop. I look down at myself in my scale mail and go, provided I do not have to move, I should be able to remain out of sight.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. So, do you go and make preparations?
Unless there's something else that we should be doing that I've just missed, then yeah.
Okay. So you can make preparations easily. How are you blocking off the back door? Are you just going to put some boxes and barrels in front of it that you'll find in the alley?
Unless there's something that seems to be a better fit for that. Yeah.
Make me a so if you're who is blocking off the back door?
I mean, if we're putting heavy things in front of it, Jess is gonna look over at Donkall and be like,
Okay. Both of you can make me an investigation roll.
Can I help you with this? You like moving things. 19.
17.
Okay, so both of you will see that nearby in the alley is an unused hay cart meant to be lashed to horses or oxen. The wheels are slightly busted, but it could still be rolled up to the back door and pressed.
Okay.
Sure.
You think that would definitely give very, very strong disadvantage on opening the door.
Yeah, it seems
Seems like a good option.
Okay.
that would be best.
Inside of the room, while they're bracing the back door, Zan and Brother Karis, are you looking around a bit?
Yeah, I will try and find places where I can hide my not stealthy self.
So Zan and Brother Karis, both of you make me stealth rolls.
Let's just do it.
23.
23?
Yeah.
Zan, you can hide literally anywhere in the room, like under
I could stand there and hold a plant in front of my face.
under the desk, behind the drapes are both good options. Just behind the door to that room could work. You're fairly slender, and the door there's a bit of a gap between the door and the wall where it opens, the door frame. So all of that works. And Brother Cars, what'd you get? 5. Go ahead and was that? So roll flat. Actually, what did you have if you didn't have disadvantage?
15.
15. So Zan, are you going to give him any pointers?
Oh, absolutely. If I have to, I'll help camouflage him.
Sounds good. Honestly, what you would say is the door to the upstairs is right there. Just stand on the other side of the door and don't have it all the way shut.
Yeah.
And don't move. Like, just stand there and don't move. Hold your breath. It'll be fine. It means that Brother Karis is the only one that can hang out on the stairwell unless someone wants to be higher up.
I'll tell him to walk around a bit, too, and we'll find for squeaky joints in his armor, and I have candles, so we'll wax it.
Okay, so you can do that, which will give... it won't last for longer than this scene, but it will take away your disadvantage this one time. All right. A few minutes later, the two outside will come the long way around the shop and come back in. Where are the two of you going to set up hiding? And Zan, which one are you picking? Under the desk, the drapes, or behind the door?
Probably the desk.
Okay, so just kind of underneath the workbench, kind of in the shadows, behind some stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
There are plenty of crates you can move around, but I think you're the only one who will fit down there well.
Yeah. With my long coat, I'll just kind of use it to drape over myself and whatever their like boxes or whatever.
Like a canvas rag over a box?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So... All right. And where are the two of you going to hide, Dawn Caller and Xaste?
Is there anywhere big enough for Dawn Caller to hide?
Yes, actually, you could hide behind the drapes.
Okay.
I was about to ask about that.
You'd want to put something in front of them to block line of sight for your boots.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a number of boxes in this room. Like, this is where he keeps most of his materials.
Yeah.
And Xaste, you could fit either under the other set of drapes or behind the door.
Should I go behind the door.
Okay.
She's happy about the idea of like, yeah. So would she be next to, is this a second door or is she like?
So
is she
the door to the
tourist, or-
room is what I'm talking about. So the door that enters this room.
Okay, so she can basically like slam the door shut behind this person and then.
Basically, yes.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
All right. So
That's what I'm picturing.
I want both of you to make me stealth rolls.
Cool. Do I get a penalty for my armor, or I don't know that I do.
I don't. What armor are you wearing?
Let me double check my armor. I do have disadvantage on stealth rolls, but if I'm standing still, I don't know if that.
If Zan gives you help, Zan, you can make me a stealth roll to assist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're basically just going to be stealth professor.
They need all the help they can get.
Okay.
22.
All right, both of you can roll with either disadvantage removed or advantage if you are just rolling flat.
So it's a 9 for me, rolling flat.
Rolling flat?
Okay,
well, because if that I would have been rolling with
me.
disadvantage. So if he's giving us assistance, then it would counter the disadvantage, right?
Yes, it would. Okay.
Yeah, so that was rolling flat, so 9.
So Xaste hides behind the door, but there's just too much of her armor sticking out.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious, and you're seeing that the way the candlelight's reflecting off her armor would be seen through the crack in the door. What did you get?
20.
20? Dawncaller, you're fine.
Yeah.
Dawncaller
is stealthy. She has no armor.
Do I have time to try and do this again, or?
You could try a different place in the room, yeah. You're not going to work on the door. So there's the other set of drapes, or you could hide on the stairwell with Brother Karis.
I'll try the other set of drapes.
Okay.
Hopefully
you can make me a stealth roll flat again.
Oh, this dice betrayed me. That's a 5.
Okay, so you hide behind the drapes, but it, like, unfortunately...
It's really not going to work.
You basically get a silhouette of a person in armor behind the drapes.
It's not going to work.
Are you... As that happens...
I'm going to try going...
You will hear the front door of the shop open again.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
Are you going to try to sneak up the stairs quickly?
Pretend that she has business here.
You're just going to pretend you have business in the back room of the workshop in plain view of the guy you're trying to assassinate?
I mean, she can try and get up there, but I mean, if it makes more sense to be like, oh, right, and so we'll talk about this later, or whatever makes more sense.
I think trying to hide makes more sense.
Okay, then she will try and hide.
Yeah, I think that the other one would just blow the entire plan.
He's already met us and doesn't like us.
Yeah, true.
So you can try to sneak up the stairs. You can make this roll flat again.
How's a 5?
Do you have your inspiration?
Yes, because every time I've tried to use it, you've said no need. So.
Well, guess what? There is a mighty need.
There's
the 5 is better. I rolled a 2. I should have gone with the persuasion roll.
No, it would have auto-failed.
+8. Oh, God.
It would have auto-failed. There's, like...
It's okay. I know. I know.
Okay.
I'm scared.
So you are going
She's caught with her pants down, basically.
You're going to scurry up the stairs.
Yep.
Pushing through Brother Karis. And
Flank.
One moment. Okay. Can I get a perception roll off of Zan and Dawncaller?
$21.
Okay.
5. Can I use my inspiration?
You can use it on this if you want. Or you could save it for an advantage sneak attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
I don't need to know whatever's going on.
Dawncaller, you will hear. Yes. I have the donation right here. Sorry that it is late. Here, have a couple of silver for the festival. Good. Thank you. No problem, officer. And you will hear the front door shut again. And then immediately open. Where is it? You hear boom through the room. Yes! Hello, Isaac! You're talking about the... You know what I'm talking about. Where is it? I am not in a mood to wait. Bring it to me now. Or maybe I will find out how flammable your toys are. No, it's fine. It was just, what? You incompetent you fat fuck. Tell me now. I wanted to make it perfect for you, but Blinsky wanted to make sure that the eye color was perfect, so I mixed 2 different palettes to make. I was not sure which one you prefer. It would only take me a couple of minutes, but if you want, come look at the doll and tell me which eyes are better, then I can make it perfect for you. Good, you're actually trying for once. Fine. Where is the doll? It's just in my workshop. Pardon, it's very messy right now. Just a moment. And he'll start to lead Isaac into the back room. And as he does, you will hear the shattering of glass outside. And what sounds like dozens and dozens of small objects striking the floor. Oh! I'm so clumsy. Oh, all of my marbles. I've lost them. Fucking disgusting. And a clumsy buffoon. Of course you are. Do not let me slow you down, please. Go pick out. They are right on the doll. Oh, this glass. I hope the monkey does not step in. Alright, you actually got a good deception there. Good job. Good job. Can I get everybody to make me an initiative roll?
Maybe I'll roll better.
Maybe. Okay, so
slightly.
All right. So, anybody get above 20?
Yep, 22.
22?
I got 20.
You got 20? Okay.
Nice.
What'd you get, Brother Karas?
16.
And what'd you get, Shasta?
12.
12? Okay.
12.
Shasta Bro Karas. And then Blinsky.
Oh.
Blinsky. Okay. I keep putting 2 Ks. He only has 1 K. It's only Blinsky. From the stairwell, you can hear a slow, methodical stride across the floor. As you're holding your breath in the stairwell, can I get you both to do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Make me a Constitution stealth roll.
What does that mean?
It means that you're holding your breath.
Okay.
To not make noise. You can do this, by the way, flat. Don't worry about disadvantage on this.
17.
17?
So just my Constitution
Instead
modifier?
of Dex.
Okay. That's a 18.
18? You will both hold your breaths and stay completely still. They do, in some of the other modules that they put out recently, they've basically done the World of Darkness switching stats for things when it's appropriate.
Yeah.
Such as Charisma. There was one recently, what was it? It was Charisma.
Yeah.
We can talk about this after the game, but that's a base rule in 5e, which I think is really cool. Yep.
Okay.
You can use any skill with any.
Oh, okay. I never read that part. That's kind of cool.
But the way the base character sheet is built is bad because it discourages that. But I think the key example is like using intelligence athletics to like gauge how far a jump is instead of rolling strength athletics to make the jump.
Mm-hmm.
But
I totally agree. All right, so you will hold your breath on the stairwell as you'll start to hear just the weight of you on the stairwell kind of makes the steps just the slightest bit. A drop of sweat rolls down your forehead and drops against your armor. Isaac steps forward. Huh. You know, you've really outdone yourself this time. Maybe I was too hard on you. The sky blue. The bright one? He turns back and looks at Blinsky, who's crouched on the ground, scooping up marbles. The sky blue are actually perfect. If you keep this up, someone might actually pay you. What are you all doing?
He's in front of me, essentially.
So he is basically in front of you, about 10 feet on the other side of your curtain. And Zan, he is literally standing directly in front of you. You're seeing his legs.
Like facing towards me or away from me?
He's facing toward you, but he's looking at what's on top of the desk.
The whole point is to kill this arse.
So he is going to pick the doll up and examine it, and is basically just standing in front of this desk, holding this doll, rotating it.
Is he wearing armor right now?
Yes, he is.
I will stab him in the back with my spear.
What kind of armor?
He is wearing studded leather armor with a fur fringe around it, and has a battle axe strapped to his back. Okay, so we're going to go through initiative to start this. Dawn Caller, what do you do on your surprise round?
Well, I have my normal abilities, right?
Yep, you get everything. It's just that he doesn't see this coming.
Okay. I'm going to rage and attack him.
Okay, so go ahead. You rush from behind.
Yeah. Okay. 2 attacks because I have an extra attack.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that is 27 and 28 respectively.
Those are 2 hits.
And that is... So I just have to confirm what types of damage I'm doing.
That's fair. And I'm just checking with the chat on music volume. Okay, cool. This track, I'm using volatile reaction. That track's always kind of goes up and down, so. All right.
Okay, so 25 normal damage with a spear.
Okay.
And then 8 radiant damage via Divine Fury.
Okay. So. All right, so you rush forward, your spear lunging out from behind the curtain, jabbing into his side twice.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of radiant energy surging as you rage forward. Zan, you have the perfect opportunity, and you are within 5 feet of an ally right now. So you can attack with advantage. Well, you can attack for a sneak attack. You can spend your inspiration if you'd like. For advantage.
I am going to sneak attack. Are there any like joints or layers in his armor? Because I'm going to try to exploit those.
Yes, actually, you'll see that he's wearing leather breeches, and his armor is mostly like a studded leather cuirass with greaves that. Yeah, with greaves that kind of hang down over his legs. It leaves, not to be crude, but it does leave his groin completely open, including his femoral artery.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm going to go.
And it's right in front of your face, like you. Yeah.
I'm going to slice that region with the daggers.
Okay.
So, yeah, let me grab my dice, and I'm going to use advantage. So.
Okay.
So because I get 2 attacks and a sneak attack,
you choose which. So the sneak attack is one of your 2 attacks.
Yeah, okay.
But you choose which one it applies to. So if you roll a nat 20 on one of your attacks, then you might as well apply it to that one.
I'm not going to.
You're gonna. Okay.
So 15, 10. So 21 and 22.
2 hits.
Awesome. So, dig up some dice. So the first dice does 16.
Okay, so you only apply sneak attack to one of them, though, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
And second one has 10.
10? Oh, did you roll max on that?
On which one?
On your second one.
No. Oh, yeah, 6 and a 4.
6 and a 4? Beautiful. All right, so, and you rolled your sneak attack bonus on the first attack?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so lashing your blade forward, you're going to strike him twice, striking the inside of his thigh. A spray of blood is going to erupt onto the floor there, and so he loses an entire initiative turn, doesn't he? To a sneak attack. Well, that's unfortunate. Brother Karis, what do you do?
All right, let's talk about Brig for a second, and let's talk about whether Brig has a favorite weapon.
Well, he's a halfling god, primarily, or at least the most worshipped by halflings. So what do you think it would be?
Oh, that's a good question. Basically, my intention is to cast Spiritual Weapon, and I'm just trying to think of a cool form for a Spiritual Weapon of Brig to manifest in, and it does force damage, but, you know, Brig is all about the fire, so it could be something like a flaming... Yeah,
I was going to say a torch.
Yeah.
Torch. I'm also imagining just like a fire, like, what are they called? Fire tong? Like, not tongs,
A fire poker?
Yeah, fire poker.
Yeah, it can look. It doesn't really have to look specifically like a weapon, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just
Necessarily,
imagining
like anything that could maybe be a weapon.
Fire poker works for me.
Yeah, sure. Brother Karis shoulders open the door that
You
he
kick
was
open the
standing,
door.
and goes, oh, I don't have a good Brig incantation. Says an incantation to Brig. I will come up with one at some point.
Please.
And this like spectral poker materializes next to Isaac
Okay. So
and attempts to run him through.
okay, go ahead.
20 against AC.
That is definitely going to hit.
Okay. Reasonable damage, 10 points of force damage.
All right, it's going to surge by the side of his face, and you will see it crack his nose to the side and kind of plunge into his orbital socket. It's already going to start swelling the eye over from the impact. And he's going to grunt. Are you doing anything with your main action? Because that's a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it was a bonus action to cast. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Christine
Yeah.
abuses it constantly as Malia. It's wonderful.
she
Spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
takes advantage of it.
It's great because it's a bonus action to use it to attack later. So I attack with my actual dwarven thrower, and then I throw the spiritual weapon at him.
All right.
I think for
Hammer.
spellcasting, if you cast an actual spell as your bonus action, you can only cast a cantrip as your main action. So I will try and call down Holy Fire upon him.
Okay.
He can make a Dex save DC 16.
He is going to fail, just barely, but he's going to fail.
All right. Sorry, my damage just changed for this. He then takes 10 more points of radiant damage.
All right. As you call down a gout of holy fire onto him that begins to burn into his flesh and into the spiky skin of his demonic right arm. He is going to snarl in pain, but it's not his turn yet. Xaste.
Yeah, I'm thinking she's gonna step forward so that he's in line of sight, and she's gonna try to cast Hold Person.
Okay.
Yeah.
What-
He needs to succeed a Wisdom saving throw, spell save DC 16.
Okay. That is a fail.
All right. So, he is paralyzed for concentration up to a minute. At the end of each of his turns, he can make another Wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. And otherwise, so you can hit him, and she will basically cast that, and we'll say something along the lines of, "You will be judged."
Okay.
Let vengeance run its course.
Blinksky is going to surge to his feet, fumble forward, grab the door, and slam it shut. And you can hear him, like, basically grabbing onto the doorknob and leaning his entire body back so that his ass is dangling off the floor in the other room. He whimpers slightly. You can hear that through the door. Dawncaller, it's your turn again. At this point, you can make...
He's basically prone.
You can make an attack with advantage. All of your attacks will have advantage. All of Zan's attacks will have advantage.
All of my attacks?
He cannot move.
Excellent.
Because he doesn't get... This doesn't pop if he gets hit, right?
No, it doesn't. He's not a fear effect. He's paralyzed until the end of either a minute, or I lose concentration, or he succeeds a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Well, thank you, Amy, very much. Because rolling 4 d20s means I did get a nat 20.
Okay.
So that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one is 25.
That's definitely a hit.
Have you looked at the paralyzed status in the back of this book? Because any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of that creature.
Does it officially paralyze, or is it just almost?
The spell says specifically, or be paralyzed for the duration.
It says paralyzed? Okay, so then that
It doesn't say condition, but it says or be paralyzed. Yeah, he's paralyzed.
He's paralyzed, so that's actually going to be 2 critical hits, Christine.
Yes! Yes!
Zan, you might as well roll too, dude.
Start rolling.
Okay, one sec. I'm just gonna pull up a calculator real quick to put all this together.
I didn't realize that. I'm gonna use the spell more. It's a good one.
24 and 26.
24 and 26. At this point, I don't actually even need the damage between the two.
I want to give it though.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Zan,
want to see what numbers I get.
Go ahead and
I wanna
roll.
hear
So
this.
roll your damage as normal once, and then your sneak attack doubled for the other damage.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I believe you're rolling.
Yeah, I rolled
8d6 at your level.
no 6 by 6.
So you're still.
But-
Are you still 3d6?
Yeah, until next level.
Oh, okay.
But I just rolled 2 6s and a 4, and then the third dice is a 1. So I'm already at.
You're already a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Dawncaller, what'd you get?
59.
59. Damn.
And that's with the blood spear.
Okay. One moment, please.
I think this is what we call eviscerating.
What? All right. I want to see what Zan gets.
Whole person is better in this edition than I thought it was.
49.
Fantastic. I'd never heard of auto crits before. I was like,
This is ridiculous.
Well, how
This is
many? What'd you get?
fantastic.
49.
49.
Yeah, total.
nice.
Okay. So, what's going to happen is you guys are basically acting in the same sequence. However, as you surge forward, you are going to plunge your spear through the side of his neck. And it's just going to erupt out the side, sizzling with a bit of holy energy. At that exact same time, Zan, you're going to step forward and just punctuate his femoral artery with your blade twice. A spray of blood, what was before a spray of blood, is now an ocean that begins to pour down his leg. And as you pull your spear out, you're first off going to gain 6 temporary hit points, Dawncaller. He is going to turn and, without even being able to say a word in death, is going to just look around the room for half a second and flop to the ground leglessly as his head rolls back and bounces off the floor. Isaac is dead.
That was easier than I expected.
Seems vengeance has been wrought.
That's what you get for taking my pies.
So if you are checking his body,
Absolutely.
Sure. Let's see.
Raid.
Raid.
We're in raid. Oh, hey, how's it going, raid? Sorry, they're looting a body. 1 second. What's... So it doesn't say he has anything on him, but I don't believe that. What's on the body?
One weird demon arm.
One weird demon arm. You could cut his demon arm off, throw it at the mayor. I think that's probably a good idea.
Ooh.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
if only there was a battle axe right there. Oh, wait. His battle axe is right there, and it's a cool looking one. It's got like an ornate handle. I mean, like, look at this. Look at this freaking axe. Like,
yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty cool.
That's a pretty good axe, right? Like, hey, I've asked him a question. So you can hack that off. He also has studded leather armor that is kind of fancy. Honestly, the blood will wash off if you do it quick, and it has that thick fur fringe around it that you just saw that kind of makes you look like Vin Diesel from Triple X, which is what every man wants to look like.
We'll stretch his arm out and hold it down so Dawn Caller can one-shot it and remove it.
All right.
Yep. Pretty much.
All right, so you will do that as you are checking the body. I loot the... Actually...
I loot the arm.
You loot the arm. You find 5 nails. You find...
Several bones.
You find at least 2 bones, yes. And 1 sec. I'm just going to look something up for you guys. Also, hello everybody in the raid. Good to see you here. Welcome to Curse of Strahd, where it's always...
We just annihilated someone.
You just, like, you literally just, you missed it. A guy walked in, they paralyzed him, and then they just fucked him up. I guess there's no other way to say it. This is a family show, so I'll only say it once.
Is it?
It's not I mean, we have families.
We do have family.
We are a family.
Aww.
Aww.
Kelly. It's so sweet.
It's true. We're a fucking dysfunctional family, but we're a family. God damn it, where is this stupid chart?
We're a family. The part is
I guess that's what makes it a real family then.
Needs a qualifier for it.
Okay, so while you are looking through there... Oh, thank you very much, Girthy.
Thanks.
I appreciate it when people give me money.
Cool. Yeah. Just because. Because we annihilated.
That was pretty great.
Because you know what? The Dork team family. That includes our followers.
The family that slays together stays together.
Or keeps playing.
Honestly, we should put that on a shirt.
I'm sure that someone else has already copyrighted that.
Gotta be a Buffy thing. Like...
I mean, you could put it as the party that slays together stays together.
Gothic trinkets. Here we go. All right. So, you are going to find... Whoop. If you find a set of dinnerware on his corpse, I'm going to be very impressed. You are going to find
if there's a chance, I will find it.
That's true.
You are going to find a key on his body.
Ooh.
That those of you with points of religion will recognize it as what looks like a crypt key. You will find 57. You will find... nope, that doesn't make any sense. That's really gross. You will find a necklace on his person. Actually, you'll find a locket in his pocket. It looks like it's silver, old and burnished. It definitely needs to be put under some polish and is definitely corroded with time. You will also find 25 a spyglass in his pocket. And finally, you will find... Nope, that doesn't make any sense. You will find... that... a broken pendant of a silver dragon.
Ooh.
And of course, you'll also find that he's got 14 gold coins, 18 silver pieces, and 2 copper coins on him. Pearl necklace, Jesus. Okay. All right. Yes, you will find those things. What do you do with them?
Census just wants to basically pocket them.
Okay. Are you going to look inside of the locket?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you do me a favor? Can you make me just a quick insight roll?
Ah, sure, I can try. Poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 9.
Okay, so you might not know what to make of this, but you'll definitely notice that something is off. As you look inside of this locket, you are going to see that it has 2 small portraits inside. One is, well, it's of a man and a woman. Looking down, you can see that the man resembles Isaac quite a bit. Where Isaac is bald and severe, and of has a very ruddy, almost kind of leathery complexion to him. It's kind of a natural dust to his skin, and it would have to be because it's not like you can get a tan in Barovia. His head is shaved completely bald, and this man looks very similar. He still has some of his hair, but you can see the receding hairline creeping. Looks like it was probably his father when he was around the same age as Isaac. But the woman looks very, very familiar. Especially those bright blue eyes.
Is that Irina?
It looks a lot like her.
That's weird. She's gonna look, guys. The hell.
And
We'll be like, huh.
taking a look at it, it seems they look very similar.
Maybe her mother?
No, Irina was adopted.
I know, but she had parents before being adopted.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Ah, right. Okay.
From outside.
You're not disagreeing. She'll mumble. Okay.
Is it done? I don't hear dying.
It done.
The door will creak open a little, and you'll see
might not
Blinsky
wanna
looking through.
see
Ah!
that. I was gonna say maybe stay upstairs or outside.
I
For a bit.
will lock up the shop.
It's probably a good idea.
Come on, Piccolo, help me lock up the shop.
You have a
Sorry
nice
about the
controlled fire
marbles.
spell. You can just burn the corpse.
We could, but
I feel like that's too risky in here.
I believe they said just
Von
to...
Holst said he would bring someone by if we marked
Yeah,
that door.
right. I think we should go let them know then, yes.
Yeah. Maybe we just have to mark the back door or something.
Mhm.
If I remember correctly.
You see there is some marking chalk for the doll making and woodworking around here. Be
I'll go
very...
mark it.
Okay. So you'll have to go around because the back door is
Yep.
Been blocked.
sealed. You just gonna put like an X on it or something?
Oh yeah, biblical.
Yeah, an X with like cat ears on top.
Okay, sounds
And,
good. I don't even know how you would do that.
You achieve it.
An X and like a sideways 3.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
Yes. PTX3. All right.
Yeah, I was imagining something like that.
Oh, God. Okay. So you'll go and mark that, and you
Smug
chop
axe.
off his arm.
Smug X. Shasta's gonna go actually talk to Blinsky.
Blinsky?
Yeah, and say, hey, I would lock up and then maybe make yourself scarce, like go to a tavern for the night or something, just so that they can sufficiently clean
Yes.
the mess. You don't want to be here for that.
I do. I think it is time to do the big drinks.
Yep.
Just maybe make sure that nobody else knows how much money you just came into.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have learned that people seem to regard that suspiciously.
You are right. Have you gotten hairier?
Is it that obvious?
Oh, your nails are frightening.
I mean, I haven't cleaned them in a while, but there's no need to be rude.
This gives me an idea for a back scratching glove.
I hold out a hand to him.
He will, with his fat fingers, begin to like kind of fiddle around with the fur of your newly clawed hands, and I cut myself. This is a great idea for child's playset.
I'll show him my feet too.
Oh, I have so many ideas for winter gloves now. And boots. Boots that can scratch is a great idea. And with that,
could be useful on the ice, possibly.
Ice? There is not really ice in Borovia.
Oh.
But they're
Out then.
maybe sometimes the lake freezes.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be very interesting.
Just thinking, like, help get traction on.
I think I should lock up, but I must lock up. If I must lock up, you all should leave too.
Yeah, we should get out of here.
Deniable applause.
I will scritch the monkey again
and thank you for helping with this.
I did nothing.
You did more.
That's right, you weren't involved at all.
Mm-hmm.
We tied you up in the corner.
You've never seen us.
Jess is gonna pull out the little nightmare. But thank you for this.
It's no problem. With that, where do you all head? There was some talk about going and returning the book to the Burgenmeister. There was talk about going to the church.
Yes.
I mean,
Dawn Caller's considering getting her curse removed.
Mark the back door first, just to
Zan
say
already
it.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was just like, let's just say that to make sure that it's been said.
Yep. Zan already went and did it.
I kind of feel like maybe we shouldn't try and return the book directly to the Burgenmeister, considering we just killed his servant.
Yeah. Given how things are now, Shasta's going, you know what?
You could probably just wrap it, hand it to somebody, and say, "Here, deliver this to the Burgenmeister."
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what she's gonna do.
If you drop it off, you could find out what that purple light is.
That's true.
There was something fishy going on over there.
That's true.
Do we care? How much do we care?
Sorry, I have a twitch. I don't know what it is.
I think it's a wink, wink.
I care deeply.
Maybe it's the mentor. Maybe he got captured or something.
Oh, yes. Sorry,
actually, might as well grab... oh my goodness, my brain is not working.
Esmeralda?
Thank you. Grab Esmeralda if we're going to... Because she slipped away, so we stop at the Blue Water.
Yeah.
Didn't she stay outside of the town, though? I thought she left us at like the town gates or something.
I think she's staying at the Blue Water. I think she went there
okay.
with you.
I must be mixing a couple things up then.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped by the Blue Water. We slipped the bartender like a couple silver to cover Blinsky's first round because he's had a rough night.
Yeah.
We grab Esmeralda and we head to the house on the theory that if the mentor is there, having her with us will allow her to point at the one person who Dawn Caller shouldn't murder.
Yeah, that's a good call.
What about Ismark?
I mean, I assume
if he's there.
Isn't he?
Aww.
Mark, he's great.
Me too.
He's everyone's boyfriend.
He's great. He's just forgettable.
No, I've been playing him super forgettable. He's vanilla white bread.
It's really funny.
You ever had vanilla? It's basically just Japanese white bread, like the vanilla white bread stuff you get.
Nice having an extra body.
It is useful.
Would you like an extra body, Dawn Caller? No.
Well, always.
Strahd would like.
Get rid of those claws. Yeah. Strahd would like the extra body?
I mean, he just seems to like accumulating bodies.
That's true. He lets them hit the floor too often.
So, how quickly do you think the church thing could get done?
Pretty quick.
Okay. Can we stop at the church first?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting a little tired of the hair. It's picking up bugs. I don't like it.
That's fair.
That's reasonable.
The claws are nice. The toenails are a bit much.
Wonder if there's a way to keep the claws.
Honestly, I can grow my nails and file them.
Okay.
If I really want them to be sharp. I can make it work.
There's probably like a thing you can take for that to strengthen them too.
Probably.
All right. So you can quickly...
Either that or I will just break their necks.
You know what? Whatever works.
Okay. So you can easily make it to the church. Let me just flip that to remind myself of some names because it's been a while. So you find yourself very, very quickly in St. Andrew's. The thin mist is still creeping among the graves, and you can hear the sound of grinding of a shovel on slightly wet earth. The rain has passed, and in the distance you can see Milivoj working in the graveyard again, digging another hole.
I've forgotten. What terms did we leave him on? Decent or
good, I think?
Fair. You kind of threatened him a bit.
But didn't we kind of...
You didn't hurt him.
We also essentially cleared his name, and didn't we? Kind of. Like, we fixed what he screwed up, and...
Yeah, I think nothing came of it, too.
Because he had 6 kids, and I think we helped with the kid. We gave him money.
Yeah.
And a dream pastry. So, yeah, he's recovered from that and is digging lazily. So as you head inside of the church, once more you will feel the place alight with a bit of holiness. Like a god actually paid attention to this place for once.
What was the priest's name again?
Lucian Petrovich. Father
And
Lucian.
Father?
Father, yeah. As soon as you enter, you'll notice that there aren't any parishioners in. It's getting fairly late in the afternoon.
All right, I'll just bellow for him then.
All right. Yes, I'm coming. Ah, you all. It is good to see you. How can I help you on this holy day?
I will hold up and just...
Oh, what a terrible night for a curse. I will...
Can you fix it?
Yes. The components are not inexpensive.
Okay, how much?
Removing a curse would be 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
Oh. Yes, hold on one moment. By the Morning Lord's light, I bring... And he's going to cast Remove Curse on you, which is going to remove your werewolfitis. You no longer have a natural weapon with your hand. And you are going to be healed again. Or, I mean, you're going to be healed of your curse.
I've taken no damage, so it matters
Is
not.
that all I can do for you? Anyone else who would want to remove a curse at this point? It is 100 gold pieces for all of them.
I mean, Shasta's is uncertain about her own curses. What if how many she actually
Collar's
has?
gonna look at Shasta and go, raise the eyebrows at her and go...
Also, I can help. I can also cast Remove Curse for free.
That's true.
Well, you didn't mention when she asked about going to the church, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all you need to do to get rid of them. Double check. Boop, boop, boop.
I assumed it was more complicated than that.
No, it was actually surprisingly easy. Yeah, until the remove curse spell.
Oh.
For added tension, I recommend making these effects permanent. So actually, you know what I'll do? I'll cast remove curse. You'll cast remove curse. Let me make a saving throw for the effect. Am I making the saving throw for you or for the effect?
I don't know.
I'll roll for the players. How's that?
Okay.
Okay. Your condition vanishes.
Nice.
Basically, I'll make a curse save, basically, like a death save.
Okay.
All right. And that way, if you have multiples, I'll roll for each one and see if it succeeds. Anyone else?
my curse hasn't actually manifested yet, so I don't.
You
know
haven't
if I
taken
know.
slashing damage.
Yeah, so I don't know if I know that I'm.
I don't think you
cursed.
do.
Yeah,
No.
like
And Shasta's only had the one that really is obvious. The other one hasn't really come up yet. But
I mean, I would think she'd be wanting to get rid of the blood drinking, but
she's kind of used to it now.
It's just a thing, you know. It's a diet. It's paleo.
It's just
It
I
is
used to have
paleo.
iron problems, and now I don't. It's
Yeah,
great.
seriously.
Dawncaller will give her a look and be like, as long as you don't drink mine.
So many jokes.
not if you're not offering. I have other sources. And then she's gonna kick herself mentally because damn it, there was a body right there.
Do you want to drink the blood of the guy with the demon arm?
It's too
Spicy.
late now. It's fine.
You know, if you have anything else that that you need done, do not hesitate. Are any of you hurt at all?
No.
No.
I don't. Did the guy
He
even
didn't
get
get
a
any
turn?
damage.
No,
He didn't even get a
didn't.
turn.
He got annihilated.
Oh, God. All right. So with that,
I'm so happy.
yeah, where do you all go?
I guess after the house then.
Okay.
Yeah. If we've done that, we've done our business
Whatever
in the
this
tavern. We'll
creepy
be-
light thing is.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
I suppose we can use returning the book as an excuse to
Yeah.
get in.
Absolutely.
Okay, so heading back. Yeah, let's see, where are we? Okay, so if you are using roll 20 again, let me just.
I'm presently not.
You don't have to.
But to the house with Esmeralda and Ismark, right? Just to make
Yes.
sure. Yeah, okay.
Yes. That was my understanding.
Oh, it
was
says
we
the
were gonna go
inn.
get them first. Yeah, so we were gonna go to the inn first and then pick them up and then go. So we're assuming that we were wondering if we were gonna do a scene for that or if we were
Okay.
just gonna skip that.
Heading back to the inn, you will quickly be able to find Esmeralda in her room. Ismark is not there at the moment. Yeah, he said something about going out to get supplies.
Well, hopefully it doesn't take too long.
Why? What are you doing?
We were thinking we would go check out, return this book and that I borrowed from the
And you want to snoop around?
that too. Also
Yeah.
because there's some lights up there that seem kind of suspicious.
I like lights. Lights are pretty. Let's snoop and steal shit.
I knew I liked
She'll
you.
spring off the bed.
You also mentioned
Excellent. Somebody who is blunt and to the point.
I also mentioned
do it.
what, handsome?
that Van Richten might be somewhere in town, and if there's strange lights,
Chances he might have been captured at the big house.
You're right. Strange man, strange lights. Story checks out. Let's go check in on it.
Sounds good.
All right. You'll make your way across the house, or pardon me, across the town, and soon will find yourself at the mansion. You've been in there before, and as you approach the main door, let's see. So I'm just gonna quickly reveal areas that you've been to inside of here. So you went there. You went upstairs. You went whoop. And that is. So the house is 3 floors. How the hell do you get there? What? There's no stairwell, guys. How did you... Is that part of the plot that I just skipped? Like, come on.
Isn't it the same stairwell? I thought there were like 2 of them side by side.
Wait, hold... one sec. So this is a different house, Mike.
Oh, okay.
So you were at the Wachterhouse, now you're going to the Baron's house. I say Burgenmaster, but Burgenmeister and Baron are exchangeable. Okay, cool. All right, so I know how it is now. It just explains it right there. If I'd actually like frickin' looked at the ground. Okay, cool. So you all are inside of Roll20.
I'll pull it up again, and hopefully it won't crash this thing again.
You can just watch on Twitch.
I closed that down too because I didn't know if the stream was wrecking it.
Okay. So, we're going to switch back. I mean over here. Bring me back. There we go. All right. So you find yourself at the Baron's house. A moment after knocking on the door, a servant will come down. A female maid will walk you in the front door. Ah, hello. Should I... how can I help you tonight?
Well, she'll hold up the book. This book that I borrowed from the Baron?
Yes, he is in the middle of his study right now. But if you would please come upstairs, and I'll find a place for you to wait.
Thank you.
All right, so she...
Can we reckon from the outside which part of the house the weird lights were coming from?
Directly above this entrance on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
So please come inside, and I will find a place for you to wait while he finishes. So she will lead you directly down the hall into the room that I've just lit up. I'll just move all 5 of you in there. Whoop. All right. So she leads you down the hall and lets you into a little side sitting room. Padded chairs and couches line the wall of this cozy carpeted den. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear. Please, enjoy your waiting, and I'll be back shortly. If you need water, please let me know.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, and she will shuffle back off. You will hear the sound of her walking back up the stairs.
Okay. Shasta's gonna, once it seems it's quiet, she's gonna poke her head out the door.
There is no one in the hallway.
Okay. And this was ground floor, you said?
You are on the ground floor, yes.
Okay. Interesting. She's gonna start, like, paying attention, like, going carefully, listening to the sounds of everything.
Okay, you can make me a perception roll.
Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be not great, but, you know, could be worse. That's gonna be a 13.
Okay. Anybody else who is following along wants to perceive as well? May? Oh, Esmeralda got pretty good on her roll, so that's good. Someone's cooking with lots of garlic. Do you smell that? What did you all get?
11. 23.
Okay. Zan? Are you listening?
I'm going to stay in the room for now.
Okay. As you are listening around, all of you will be able to hear the sound that down the hall when you knocked on the door. This door at the end of the hall, opposite the main door, is slightly ajar. You think that someone was in there cooking.
So it seems like a kitchen.
It seems like a kitchen, yeah.
I'll take a look at it.
Okay, you can see there are several people inside of there cooking at the moment.
Interesting.
I mean, it's almost dinner time, so.
Yep, that makes sense.
You will also hear tittering noises from behind this door.
Behind that door.
This is the door that you'd originally seen before, actually. So you would have seen inside of here, where
women of the house were...
Yeah, where they were having their book club meeting.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to look at everyone who's close to me and as quietly as possible. I don't actually know if this mic will pick up whispers, so Karis is whispering even if I'm not.
Okay.
Go, the light is coming from upstairs. If we're going to go, we should go now. Fast.
That's good. And yeah, Shasta's gonna listen to that and follow that advice.
Okay. All right. So is everybody following?
Uncolor's just gonna go look at Zion and kind of go. They think they're stealthy.
No,
They don't know
we're
how
not.
to track.
All right. So are you two sticking behind?
I am gonna go, but since they're kind of determinedly charging off, I'll let them draw the attention and slip up afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Just hang
That
back
sounds like
a
a good
little
call.
bit.
Okay. So I'm just going to grab everybody real quick. You move up to the second floor, and as you do, I hate that it's not 100% aligned. You are going to walk up to the second floor, and one moment. As you are walking upstairs, you will hear the sound of the maid rapping on a door. What is it? Sire? There are some visitors downstairs that wish to return a book. I'm very busy! Make them wait! Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna dart back downstairs.
You think you might be able to make it across this gap as well.
Well, I'm thinking if she gets back down there and we're not there, it's gonna be immediate raise the alarm. We've gone snooping.
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
But I figure if she leaves us there, then leaves, we can always sneak back up while we're supposedly waiting.
Make them wait. They're already waiting in the den, sir. Then get back to dinner!
Yeah, no guts, no glory. Go for the stairs across the gap.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to
Sneaky
be listening
sneak.
to her, so
Okay, so one moment, please.
attempts to roll for stealth with disadvantage.
Maybe they have very loud rats. Very
I
armored
really keep
rats.
hoping that there's a lot of loud armored rats.
Exclamation rats.
Just tell me when you want me to make that roll.
I will in just a moment. I'm just double checking one thing real quick. Oh, how do you... Oh. Ah, there it is. Okay. That stairwell leads downward into the kitchen, you think?
Interesting.
So if you're trying to make it across here, go ahead and make a stealth roll. Or help make a stealth roll.
Okay, I will do that with disadvantage because that's how I do it. Oh no!
What did you get?
A 1.
You got a 1?
So if you add a 1 to it,
22.
it's a 2.
I got a 16.
Okay.
So I'm drawing attention, apparently.
Actually, you will still succeed the check because you have 2 fails and 3 successes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because it's a group check.
Oh,
All right.
good.
So you all will be able to make it on... I don't know. How'd you... Are you coming up, Zan?
Yeah, might as well. If I hear everyone else's feet kind of shuffling off.
Okay, so go ahead and make me that stealth roll as well.
28.
All right, so you are going to effortlessly dance across. As you are... Where's Esmeralda?
She was right there.
She was right there, and then something happened, and she went.
Yeah,
like,
Roll20 glitched, and then she ran away.
Is she under
Well-
someone's character?
No, I just checked that. Okay,
Okay.
well, that's fine. I can bring her back.
She made the smart plan.
Well, she didn't cast invisibility because she hasn't had a long enough rest for that. All right, where's Esmeralda? Boop. There we go. All right, so as that happens, you can see that there are several doors down this hallway leading off. You've been inside of the study before, but here there are 3 doors, and behind you, you will hear the sound, yes, sir, right away. Dinner will be ready soon. And footsteps coming down the hallway. You have to choose quickly. You
Yep.
can head to any of these 3 doors.
I'm gonna go for the one at the end of the hall.
End of the hall?
Oops,
Okay.
not into it,
Sure.
but like.
Nope,
there.
you're already in. It's fine.
Oh nope, I'm in. Okay, here we
I'm
go.
in. You've hacked it.
I'm in.
All right. Good job. Good job, Miss Robot. All right. So, bursting into the room, you're going to keep your stealth check running forward. You will hear the maid move down the hall, and Esmeralda's going to hop in there too. The door swings open, and you will step inside. Inside, you will find... There we go. Time has faded the grandeur of this master bedroom. The furnishings have lost some of their color and splendor. A short pull rope hangs from a wooden trapdoor in the ceiling.
He's gonna look at Don Collar and look at the...
Don Collar's gonna go up to it, and I guess... Is there anything nearby that she could stand on to get close enough to listen?
Or is she... Oh, to listen, yeah.
To listen at the trapdoor?
Yeah. I want to hear if there's anything moving up there.
You hear nothing moving up there.
Okay. I pull it and try and catch to bring it down quietly. I'm assuming it turns into a set of stairs or ladders.
It does. So it turns into basically one of those extending ladders.
Yeah.
And as you... Are you going to head up the ladder?
Yeah.
Okay. This dusty 20-foot square room has a high-pitched ceiling. And if I get everybody just to move your figures up a little more. All the way to the top. There we go. All right. So you're going to be over here. Oh, actually, never mind. You were right. This 20-foot room, piled around them are barrels, crates, trunks, and old furnishings. There are a single set of human footprints in the dust that lead south.
Oh, is that when we go through this door here?
Yes. So there's no reason not to at that point, really.
Okay.
What you are going to enter into is...
An absolute mess.
Yes.
I think we found the attic.
This attic is full of old, forgotten things, draped in white sheets. Piled around them are barrels, crates, trunks, old furnishings, covered in cobwebs. You see a clear path full through the maze. The dust presses forward. Oh, sorry, I read the wrong thing. So the room before had a lantern on a table. That's the only big difference. So looking through the room, you're free to try to poke around in it, but it doesn't appear that there's... It seems like junk.
Using our spatial awareness skills, does this seem like it's above the main entrance, like where we would have seen the weird light, or does this seem like we need to find a different attic?
But there's a door directly on the other side of this broad room. That is.
It's a door, not a window.
Opposite of the window looking out on this floor, you will see there's a door there. And before you get to it, someone has carved a huge skull into this door. Hanging from the doorknob is a wooden sign that reads, "All is not well!" On the other side of the door, though, you hear a young man's voice.
Look to Esmeralda.
Why are you looking at me? Anybody who looks at the door, though, you can make me an intelligence investigation check.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Sure.
18.
18?
It's an 11.
And
all right. As you are looking around, Zan, what are you doing on your side of the room?
Yeah, I'm staying back, making sure we're not being trailed.
Okay. So, who got 14 or higher? Don Collar, you're going to notice that there's a small, nearly invisible glyph carved into the forehead of the skull. It's suspicious, enough that you want to point it out to somebody with Arcana.
Turn to Karis and go, "What's that?" Trace the glyph.
Look at it.
Make me an Arcana check, please.
Since it's been drawn pointed out to us, can I also?
Yes, you may.
And is that a Arcana or religion?
Arcana.
11.
Well, I rolled really well. So an 18?
It looks like a glyph of warding.
Oh, dear. Seems to be a glyph that will ward away unwelcome guests.
That's mighty unfortunate.
Can anybody fix this?
I can't.
Brother Karas, you can do the thing.
I can sometimes do the thing if I... Well, I would need a night's sleep beforehand.
We're gonna have to come back, aren't we?
Do we still have that cat? Can I have your cat? Okay, it was worth a try.
Is it...
What happens if we take out the wall next to it?
They will definitely hear us.
True. Never mind.
Let me just double check that Esmeralda doesn't have Dispel Magic. What does that?
That was me reaching to mute my mic, missing, and then coughing and trying to cover my mouth.
I was like, what the hell?
Good effort.
Let's see.
Can we disrupt the glyph by disrupting the sign, possibly with some sort of high-level thievery skills?
You know what? That I want to get this glyph done, and this guy's a bit of a loser. So yeah.
Yay!
If you let me double check something. Hold on.
Budget wording.
Well, it used to be a thing you could do in older editions of D&D.
Yeah, they kind of suggest that it's only. 1 second.
I mean, let me throw a very gamey explanation. So we leveled last session without resting. Technically, when I level,
you have Dispel Magic.
I should be able to have an additional spell prepared, so we could call that Dispel Magic.
Well, guess what? I just rolled, and you do have it.
Okay, I will cast Dispel Magic.
I was gonna say I'm a dungeon delver too, so I can avoid and resist traps and resist the damage dealt from traps.
So you're a good backup option.
Them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a canary from now on.
What? I guess. Okay.
Throw Zan in it. If he doesn't die, it's okay.
Yes. No.
If he dies and then comes back with slightly different, it's probably still okay.
It's probably still okay. All right. So do you cast that?
Yes.
As you are doing that, can I get everyone to make me an Intelligence Arcana roll if they possess the skill only?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that means no proficiency doesn't work?
No proficiency, you won't be able to understand this. No.
Yay! I did okay. It's gonna be a 21.
You are going to hear someone chanting a spell inside of the room. However, the spell is not being done well. It sounds like a teleportation spell, but
someone trying to escape.
The words are wrong. It's Klaatu Barada, that type of thing. All right, so Brother Karas, you cast Dispel Magic, and the glyph will go and evaporate off of the skull's forehead. The door in front of you is not locked. If you
of
want to
course
try.
not. They warded it.
Yeah. Do you open the door?
If they don't, Shasta will.
Okay.
Okay.
Someone has taken old, mismatched furniture. And 1 sec. And let's see. 1 moment, guys. Oh wow, this is. It wants to do so many things.
So many.
Okay. Boop and.
Oh.
Boop. Okay. Someone has taken old, mismatched furniture and created a study in this dusty lamplit chamber. Tables are strewn with pieces of parchment on which strange diagrams are drawn, and a freestanding bookshelf holds a collection of bones. A dusty rug covers the floor in front of a pine box, on which lounges a skeletal cat. Several more skeletal cats skulk around. Most unnerving of all is the sight of 3 children standing with their backs to you in the northeast corner of the room. In the center of the room, perched on a stool, is a thin young man with a premature streak of gray in his dark hair. He would be handsome were he not so severe looking. He cradles an open leather book in his arms and is chanting. In the center of the room, you will see there is one of the maids from downstairs bound and gagged and laying in the center of a teleportation circle drawn on the ground.
Huh.
Klaatu Barada! And as you open the door, he stumbles for a moment, trying to find his composure. Are any of you going to try anything?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I sure am.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I mean, if are we able to enter the room?
You are able to enter room, yeah. You'll have to push past
Yeah.
Brother Karis, but
Yeah, if that's okay. Karis, may I?
okay.
Cool. She just wants to move in and just like be like, what are you doing? And like we'll try and like she's just she wants to make this.
Are you
stop.
just gonna
really...
How are you gonna stop him? Are you just gonna be like, hey, what are you doing? Or are you gonna do
no,
something?
more along the lines of she's actually gonna like try and hit him with her longsword with like non-lethal damage.
Okay. Sounds
You could also just burst and be like, "You're doing it wrong."
Also that, just be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And
okay,
then like
so you're
try
gonna
and
just whack him over the back of the head with the flat of your sword?
basically, yeah, she's
Make me
basically
an
just being
attack
like, "The fuck are you doing?" Smash.
Make me an attack roll. You gotta beat a not high number.
Okay.
So you might be able to do it, Amy.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I was a 14.
14 is enough. So, striding forward, you will draw your sword, and with a quick, you will clock him upside of the head. The book will go spiraling out of his hands and hit the ground with a clump as it slams shut. He will grab his head and yowl in pain. Ah! Ow! What are you doing? Ow! I'm being assaulted!
Do that!
What did you say? Sorry?
She's like, that's not how you cast that. You're doing it wrong.
You would have splinched yourself.
Are you
I'm
trying
being
to
attacked.
kill her?
Get them! Get them! He'll point, and the skeletal cats will begin to yowl and hiss. If only somebody had an easy way to fix this.
I'll turn on tab.
The cats are going to explode. It's not even a roll for them, I don't think.
All right.
There's...
Dawncollar's gonna kind of stride in and go like, "Okay, who are you?"
My cats! All of the bones of the cats burn away to ash.
They're dead cats.
They were my only friends.
Why are you up?
Who are you?
Who are you? And what are you doing up here? Doing weird magic.
What are you doing in my house and invading my workshop? I am Victor. Victor Valakovich. And this is my house.
Is that the name of the person who...
That's the Baron's name, yes. I am the Baronet of this town.
No, you're not. We just met him the other day. Unless I'm getting names confused.
Baronet generally means son.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like...
What?
Well, maybe. Okay, in that case, maybe, but... Your magic is kind of not good.
My magic works
gonna
just
break
fine. It teleports. I'm getting the hell out of Barovia. Glancing at the ground,
Oh, no.
make me an intelligence arcana roll.
Well, I fucked up that roll. That's a 7. That went from me knowing he was doing it wrong to a 7.
You know what? Actually, why don't we just keep the old roll going?
Okay, because that was like a 19 or an 18 or
I'll
something.
say. Glancing
No,
at the
that
floor,
was my 23. I was like a 21.
Glancing at the floor, you can see that the circle is horribly flawed and likely deadly. It's probably not a teleportation so much as a disintegration spell.
Has anything that you've sent through there actually shown up somewhere else?
Well, no, of course not. It's leaving Barovia. How would it return?
Leaving Barovia to death. You see here, and she's gonna point out all the parts that are flawed. This here leads to that, like, will cause a reaction that will literally just disintegrate you. You're not sending anything anywhere except to the dead.
The maid is laying in the center of the thing with her arms and legs bound.
You were about to kill your maid, and if you tried to do that yourself, you would just be killing yourself.
That's why I send maids through first.
That is horrendously unethical, and you are a horrible person.
And you're a home invader and a robber.
No, I'm returning something to your dad. I guess father? The Baron. Anyway,
I followed it exactly, and he will scramble forward and open the book and show you. There's a bit of water damage on the page.
Oh.
But,
no.
What are you saying there, Brother Cars?
Oh, I was just saying, while this whole thing's happening, I will be working on untying the maid.
Sure.
Thank you.
There are 3 children standing in the corner. They don't appear to want to move. They appear to be under some type of trance. And as he shows you this book, Amy, I want you to make me one final roll for the night.
Sure.
And anybody who's glancing over the shoulder at the book. And that is going to be a... roll me a d20.
Just a d20?
Yeah, it'll be... You can use Arcana or you can use Insight.
I'm going to use Arcana, because that'll give me a 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled a 19 to glance at when glancing at it.
Okay. As you glance at it, he'll show you the spell. And you'll see there's a bit of water damage that obscured some of the runes. This is... Look, I need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, same.
This is going to get me out of Barovia. Nobody deserves to be here.
No.
Least of all me. I'm a noble. I deserve to live a life free from all of the mediocrity.
Okay, so first of all, no one deserves to live here. And being a noble has nothing to do with it. But also, you're doing it wrong. This is damaged. You can't use this. This book isn't going to help you.
Show me where it's damaged.
She's going to point out the whole water damage section. Be like, this is all water damage. Don't you see it's not...
I'm doing my best. And
your best is going to get you killed.
And as he points to that, you and Dawncaller will see that, yeah, the spellbook contains the complete text for a teleportation circle spell.
Yeah.
There's not enough text to prepare the spell properly. And but what there is a series of sigils. Dawncaller, you'll immediately think, that looks kind of important and strange.
So we'll just point right at them.
And looking at that, you, Shasta, will glance down and see those are sigil sequences for standing teleportation circles. They're not described. It isn't listed what they are, but it's basically like a phone number.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, that means that these are sequences that will take you to an existing circle somewhere else?
Yeah.
Huh.
And as you glance down, you'll see that one of the sigil circles, they don't have anything saying what they are.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a mark next to 2 of them, for sure, that you recognize. Mm-hmm. One is a gray dragon.
Okay.
That looks very similar to the broken pendant in your pocket. And the other is a leering raven. Like the kind you see on the opposite side of the coins minted with Strahd's face. As you look down at this, Dawncaller, you will think the same thing as Shasta. You might have found a way to teleport into Castle Ravenloft without Strahd's knowledge.
Ooh.
You can use my book if you help me get out of Barovia.
That sounds good to me. That's our end goal anyway.
We'll try. I mean, I want out.
Yep.
I have no problem with trying to take somebody with me.
You need to swear to stop experimenting on your maids.
I swear to stop experimenting on my maids. I'm guessing you're probably going to want me to not experiment on them either. He'll point at the 3 kids.
Obviously not.
Be a good idea, yes.
You are without an actual instructor, you are more dangerous to yourself and everyone around you than well, basically, you're a danger to yourself and everyone around
Then
you. Right?
find me an instructor.
We can try.
We
If
can
come
try.
across one, we'll let you know.
Fine. If you want to teleport out of here, find me an instructor and we can figure this thing out. But there aren't very many mages powerful enough to cast this spell aside from me.
Shasta's gonna go look at Esmeralda.
Who would you recommend? Do you know any
Suggestions?
that you just haven't been able to get a hold of?
Well,
Come on, man.
I've heard of one guy. But he's pretty mad. And we're going to call game there for the night. As you may have to go on a quest to find the Mad Mage now.
Cool.
All right, so that's gonna be it for the session. Sorry it ran a little late, guys. I wanted to get both of those things out of the way, and with our technical difficulties. So hey, thank you so much for tuning in for Curse of Strahd. Did you guys have some fun tonight?
I did.
Yay.
Thanks.
All right,
Killed a
good.
dude.
I held someone.
That was a good
brutally
spell.
butchered him. It
I
was
held him
great.
for you to break him. Squad goals. The front of my
Yeah.
notebook still says Strahd goals, I noticed.
Strahd
This
goals.
is a good partnership here, especially if you give me auto crit on my 2 attacks.
Yeah.
I will attempt to do that whenever I can.
So
Please
guys,
do.
thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun tonight, and we will see you next time here on Curse of Strahd. That is in 2 weeks. If you were looking for more Dungeons & Dragons fun, I would remind you that every Monday is Rime of the Frost Maiden. Every Wednesday... by the way, that's getting huge views on YouTube, so that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Join us for episode 3.
Episode 3 is going to be fun. Then Generic Fantasy Settings Season 3, Episode 4 is going to be on Wednesday, and then Thursday we have Vampire the Masquerade. And then Saturday is The Secret of Wachterhouse. So that's going to be pretty... And then it's Thanksgiving for Canadians like them. So, and kind of me. So that'll be fun.
You're Canadian in all the ways that count. That matter.
All right. So, with that, I say good night and woo meow.
Can I bleach my brain?
Bye, everybody.